Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Dun, dun, dun. Joe DeRosa taking notes. Look at you, scholarly young man.
There's
what
so
are you writing
many
down?
There's so many things I want to talk to you about.
You know?
Yeah, this is really interesting. Like to sit with you one-on-one like this. It really is. Because, and I say that outside of who you are to the world, which is obviously impressive. I say it to you just as a comic that knows you and has been friendly with you for many years. We don't get usually when I see you, it's at the mothership.
Green room, 50 people around.
50 people.
Yeah.
It's your place. There's a lot going on. And I was like, man, it's going to be interesting to get to sit like across from Joe and just talk to him and have a conversation.
What did you write down?
I wrote sober.
Sober.
Which I'll explain. But family was the first thing I wrote, or the second thing I wrote, but the first thing I wanted to say was, it's incredible, man, because I was in there last night. My special came out yesterday, and I was in the club last night. I just dropped in real quick to say hi to Tony, and Ari was around for his last night before he...
Yeah, what is he doing? He's going on a walkabout?
Some secret.
He just sent me some text message. He said this weekend was perfect for my send-off from stand-up comedy. And I go, what does that mean, my send-off? What are you doing? Fucking weirdo.
He's going...
He always has to fucking throw his life into a turmoil every couple of years.
He's the weirdest man I've ever met.
Oh, he's so weird. He's awesome, though.
I love him.
He's amazing.
He's one of my best friends.
He's a unique, very unique individual. That's a one of one.
Yes. And he's done some stuff. He's a polarizing individual.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. He took his shit on stage with a note inside of it during a Skankfest show. He shit on the plastic and then pulled out the note and read it.
Yeah, I remember that happening.
Yeah, don't do that.
I talked to him about it.
Yeah.
And he goes, I go, Ari, I love you. Why do you make it so hard for yourself? Right? And he goes, he got mad. We were sitting in the green room, Mothership. It was just me and him, and he got mad. And he's sitting there. He goes, oh yeah, and censor jokes. And then I go, no, I'm not into censoring jokes. I'm saying you shouldn't bloody shit on a stage. And he kept going, and I look him in the eye. I go, Brian, you did the only thing I've ever seen shake Brian Holtzman. Or Ari, sorry. I go, Ari, you've done the only thing I've seen shake Brian Holtzman. I saw Brian after you did that, and Holtzman was like, I don't know. Man.
But that's what he wants. That's what Ari wants. Mission accomplished.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's like, he's the real deal. He's really fucking throws it all into the fire. He runs right into the wood chipper. Let's see.
Yes. Yeah. He,
But I like it, like he's thinking about, like, creatively, you hit, like, dips, and you don't know what to talk about anymore. And sometimes you need to go on a walkabout.
Yeah, I think I see him, and I admire it greatly because it's so opposite of how I'm wired. But
yeah, it's not me either. I don't dig it. But he goes, like, months at a time with nothing but, like, a burner phone.
Yeah.
No text message, no emails, no nothing.
I said to him yesterday, I go, I'm going to miss you, dude. And he's like, I'm going to miss you too. And I go, please stay in touch. Please stay in touch. He goes, I'll hit you up in a couple months with a number from another. I was like,
yeah, he likes to do that.
Yeah.
But it works for him. Like it's like he's not faking it. He genuinely enjoys doing it.
Yeah.
He's smart, He's like, I got to throw my brain into a totally different environment every now and again and see what's really going on.
I think he likes the challenge that life can be. Like, I think he likes the idea of, he's one of those guys where if he says, that scares the shit out of me, he's first in line to do it. Like, it's all about, like, if you don't face it, what's the point,
Right.
So I think he creates these incredible, it's so funny, when you discuss what he's about to do with certain people, some people go, that's insane. What? And other people go, oh my God, I admire it so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's sort of like the guy that killed that United Healthcare CEO. Depending upon your perspective, it was either so fucking awesome or, oh my God, they're going to start killing CEOs.
Luigi Shaffir.
And he's so handsome.
Yes, he is.
The thing about Luigi, though, is Luigi picked the right person to kill. Not like meaning that guy. I mean a healthcare executive. You're going to get the least amount of sympathy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that individual one. Look, you shouldn't kill anybody.
Right.
I can't believe I have to say this, but don't go shooting people.
I agree.
But also, like when you realize how, Ben Askren, I don't know who his healthcare provider was, but Ben Askren, he developed some kind of crazy pneumonia, and then it became necrotic. So it like ate holes in his lungs.
Okay.
He's 40 years old. He's a former UFC fighter, former Bellator champion, elite athlete, fantastic wrestler. Had to get a double lung replacement surgery at 40. And insurance didn't want to cover it.
It's insane. It's insane.
What are you talking about? He's going to die. Like, he doesn't have lungs anymore. He was on a ventilator for months. He didn't have lungs anymore.
I can't even fathom. I just had a bunch of water damage. My dishwasher leaked while I was away, and I had a bunch of water damage in my condo that I had to get obviously fixed. There was rotted wood and caught its mold and all this stuff. And my insurance company gave me sort of what I needed to cover it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was furious. I can't fucking imagine. If you're in a situation like that, where it's your health, or if it's your home, like with the people with the fires.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even imagine the fucking rage. Yeah. Like, it's undefinable, and they wouldn't cover. So that's
such a weird game they're playing. Their business is pay you as little as possible and get you to give them money every month so that maybe if something happens, they'll pay for it. Maybe, but maybe not.
I have a friend.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you need a double lung transplant, and they're like, nope, we're not going to cover that. That's too much money.
Yeah.
Come to court.
Yeah.
Or figure it out.
Insurance has become buying the protection plan at Best Buy. Where it's...
But no, Best Buy's protection plan's way better. It's way better. If you buy like a new Samsung Galaxy phone, you buy the protection plan at Best Buy, and then it fucks up on you. They give you a fucking brand new one. They just have you fill out a little paperwork. You show your receipt. They shake your hand. Thank you. You say thank you to them, and you leave. It's fucking great. Insurance gamble's the craziest gamble ever. I'm going to pay you every month, and hopefully you'll be kind enough to cover my insurance if something goes wrong.
It is fucking wild. Dude, I have a friend who's a lawyer who has to often rep insurance companies in cases.
Oh, my God.
And I said to him, dude, with all due respect, I'm not coming at you. I go, how do you sleep at night? It's a tough position to be in. And he goes, here's how I justify it. If I get the insurance company off or I save them some money, that does trickle down to the users with their premiums, making insurance continually as affordable as possible. He goes, the second I lose for my client, they turn around and fuck everybody even more. So he's like, that's the one little silver lining with it, like, I guess, But that's a very sad...
That's a weird silver lining.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone trying to cope. Doesn't it?
It
totally sounds like, I have to kill some people. There's an overpopulation problem, Joe DeRosa, so we're going to have to go around and kill people. That's what that sounds like to me. It's like what? It'll make it better for everybody else. There'll be less resources being depleted by the people we kill. Like, what?
Do you think that there's... His is more job injury stuff.
I know, but it's so gaslighty. Yeah. It's so gaslighty. If we fuck these people over, it'll be better for everybody else. Because then you could feed the demons. The demons will be appeased.
God, I never thought of it that way, and I had a feeling as I was saying it, you were going to flip it into a thing that was going to leave me disturbed, and it has.
If there's anything demonic, like people don't want to think about demonic, like they don't want to think like, oh, there's like a devil with a pitchfork and a fucking tail with a pointy end to it. And
yeah.
But like, what is demonic behavior? Like, if you know that someone's going to die, but you can deny them coverage because you just can make some sort of a subjective decision whether or not this person should get coverage, and then they're going to die, and they've been paying for insurance for years.
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's like a pact with it. Like, you could just sign here, and then they're covered, and then they get this operation. You do everything you can to help them, and then everybody loves your company. Or you could say, I just want the money now.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It's just there's no pitchforks, there's no brimstone, so you don't think it's demonic.
The thing that leaves me without hope, and I am not a very hope-filled individual, But the thing that leaves me with even less hope every day is I feel like the culture and people in all positions, but yours is we're talking a very macro example of the thing. I find that more and more people every day they position themselves in a way where they say, I will not be accountable, and I will force you to be the one that has accountability to hold me to something. And until you hold me to something where I cannot squirm or pivot in any way, at that point I will then be accountable. And I feel that more and more people operate like that, obviously on a corporate level, but also an individualistic level. It makes me very, very sad. It's like having so many people that you encounter in your life, sometimes it's friends, and you're sitting there going, really? I have to be the adult? Mm-hmm. I have to sit you down as a 48-year-old man and say to you, what you're acting like right now is fucked up.
Yeah.
Why do I have to do that with you? Because you're not going to do it, so I guess I have to.
Right.
And the more that you try to hold yourself to accountability, and I'm not patting myself on the back in any way, but I find that burden grows and grows and grows, and you just start to get to this place where you're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like an epidemic of ethics at a certain point.
Especially if you get indoctrinated into a real cutthroat corporate environment. Mm-hmm. Those guys can justify a lot of stuff because that's in the culture. Like, our culture is talking shit to each other. Like, the way we talk shit to each other, there's a lot of people in a lot of other jobs that would have a giant problem with what you and I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if you cracked on me and it was fucking awesome and we're all howling, like, I could get you in real trouble if we were accountants.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we were accountants, that'd be a giant problem.
Yeah.
So we're used to fucking with each other, and we're used to laughing about stuff, and we're used to saying ridiculous shit that we don't really mean just for fun. And most people aren't. So this is our culture. This would freak, like, if you got normies and you brought them into the green room of the mothership, and we're all just hanging out one night just talking and having fun, it'd probably freak them out that people talk like this. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys are at work and you talk like this? This is crazy.
It's why comics I've seen people get very offended who aren't comics that get brought into a green room.
Right.
And the comics are kind of ignoring them or making it very clear, we don't want you in here.
Yeah.
And people think that that's the comics thinking who the fuck they are. It's not. It's like, guys, we have a thing we do. You're not part of it. You're not going to understand it. And I've seen more than once somebody get offended by something we're saying who shouldn't have been in here in the first place.
It's usually someone's boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. Almost always. Yeah. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. It's someone's
It's only
girlfriend.
happened once with a guy. But you got to count it.
Yeah. Once in 1968, a man got offended in a green room.
There's some guys that are just notoriously make bad decisions, and then they bring their bad decisions around for everybody else to revel in.
God almighty. I mean, is there anything worse?
That's right, but this is just our culture. That's the most minor of things to worry about. Someone fucking up the vibe of the green room with dopey talk, which is fine. Is fine, but it's so much better than in that cutthroat. So, like, it literally rewards sociopathic behavior. Like, to be a person who thinks entirely on the bottom line of the company. This is my job as a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
My job is to make sure that we make more money every fucking quarter, period, end of discussion. And then you get in that mindset, and that's what you're trying to do. And everybody else is trying to do that too, so they're all fucking each other over. And then what's the ultimate form of that? Politics.
Yeah.
The ultimate form of that. The ultimate form of fucking everybody over and making the biggest exaggerations and lying the most about people and using the most leverage. And it's wild to watch, man.
And what you're describing is it's quintessential Rod Serling shit.
Yeah.
It's when it comes down to survival, because eventually that to me is what the technique is and how you get it to keep working in your favor if you're the asshole at the top of the food chain, right? You say, if I make people desperate enough, they will do desperate things to keep the situation that they feel now privileged to have or lucky to have.
Right.
And you get people. Did you ever see that Twilight Zone where the guy has the bunker?
Yeah.
And he tells the neighbors, I keep telling you, build a nuclear bunker. You're going to need it. They're all making fun of him. And then the thing comes over the radio as they're talking at dinner. There are nuclear missiles on the way, whatever. And he goes to his bunker, and they're all at his door, like, let us in. He goes, I told you guys, you should have made a bunker. There's only enough room in here for me and my family. And they kick his door in, and they turn on each other, and they start getting racial with each other, right? And then at the end, it was a false alarm.
Oh, God. And now everybody's revealed.
Everybody's sitting there like, yeah. And they're like, well, sorry about that. And he's like, no, there's no turning back from this, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's people get so desperate. It's survival. And as long as they feel that fear, that threat, that my weekly paycheck might be cut off from me, and that starts the chain of dominoes to my children starving and whatever it is.
Yep.
People do some really foul fucking shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Some really foul fucking shit, you know? I feel very lucky that we're in several different ways. You know, we're all operating sort of at different levels of this crazy industry we're in. But all of us in this circle that we now all exist in comedy, it's like we all get to be independently employed, independently sufficient. And I think that allows you to potentially live a better life, you know?
It's just a better way of life for sure. Well, at least for us. But the thing is, some people, they genuinely like coding. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, unless you can get a job off-site where they don't even let you do that anymore. Now they're making people go back to work, which is so interesting. Because there was a few people that fucked it up for everybody else, probably. It was like a bunch of lazy people who fucked off and didn't really do their work and kind of like half-assed everything because they were at home in their fucking pajamas and they didn't want to go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah. There are guys out there that are like, I love being a janitor. What do you want me to do? I gotta go work somewhere.
It's just people saying they don't want to go back to the office. That to me is a wild one. Like, everyone always had to work in an office. There was a reason. You go there, that's work.
Right.
When you're at home, you could just be staring at your phone. You could be jerking off. How many reporters got caught jerking off? Like the Zoom calls?
Insane.
You can't just leave people alone.
Insane.
They'll pretend they're doing as good a job. They're not. They got to go to the office. That's why, like, all the people that are like super ambitious, like psycho Elon Musk type characters, you got to go to the fucking office.
You know, dude. I have mixed feelings about the office thing because I worked in offices at one point. I understand somebody saying, "Dude, it was soul deadening." The overhead lights, the gray cubicles, whatever, right?
Oh, I get it.
So I get like, I don't want to be in that environment. It sucks. But now you see offices, I talk about this in my act a little bit. It's like, now they make them fun. There's like ping pong tables and shit like that. I don't like that either. I think that creates the wrong vibe at work.
That's severance.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It should be just soul deadening enough that you feel like I must work.
Yes.
But maybe not, I want to hang myself.
God.
You know? And I think all that beanbag chairs in the office shit is a fucking fishing lure.
What did you do when you were an office worker? This episode is brought to you by the Farmer's Dog. I think we can all agree that eating highly processed food for every meal isn't optimal. So why is processed food the status quo for dog food? Because that's what kibble is, an ultra-processed food. But a healthy alternative exists, the Farmer's Dog. They make fresh food for dogs. And what does it look like? Real meat and vegetables that are gently cooked to retain vital nutrients and help avoid any of the bad stuff that comes with ultra processing. And it's not just random ingredients thrown together. Their food is formulated by on-staff board-certified vet nutritionists. These people are experts on dog nutrition, and they're all in on fresh food. The Farmer's Dog also does something unique. They portion out the food to your dog's nutritional needs. This ensures that you don't overfeed them, making weight management easy. Research shows that dogs kept at a healthy weight can live up to 2.5 years longer. Head to thefarmersdog.com/Rogan to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. This offer is for new customers only.
The last one I had was I worked for the Senate in Texas. I worked for the. Your expression is so funny.
I'm just waiting for you to finish. This is interesting. I didn't want to give it away.
No, you. I worked for the Texas Senate. I worked for the Senate Media Department during the 76th legislative session or the 77th.
No shit. What'd you do with them?
So I went to college. For production, video and audio production. And I got out of school, and at the time, I graduated in 2000. So it was right after that whole Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez indie film boom happened. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to work in independent film. I want to do that. I want to write scripts. I want to direct movies. I want to create like in that space. So I said, well, I keep hearing about this Austin, Texas. Robert Rodriguez is from there. Who's the guy? Slacker. The guy that did Slacker and Dazed and Confused and Richard Linklater. He was from here. And I'm like, well, those guys are doing stuff down there. And, you know, I had no fucking concept how any of it worked.
Right.
So I moved down here. I met a few people that had the same interest. I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Immediately, they were like, yeah, get in fucking line, buddy. Good luck. Right? So I got a job. For a little while, I was working at like the PBS or whatever, the government TV station over here, whatever the hell it was.
Mike Judge is out here, too. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, Mike Judge. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was working there, and it was brutal. You're holding a camera for 4 hours in a studio as two people talk about, fucking, I don't know, new county lines and shit. Your neck is burning. It was miserable. So I saw in the paper an ad back when you opened a newspaper to find a job, and it said, help wanted, Texas Senate Media Department, we need a radio reporter. And I was like, well, shit, man. I'm already a performer because I was playing music and stuff, and I already had an interest in comedy, and I was like, and it's radio, so I know how to do production, whatever. So I applied, and I got the job, and the job was the Senate. The Senate has its own media department, and I was one of the people they sent to the Senate floor every single day for the legislative hearings, and I had to take notes and do a radio show at the end of every day that surmised whatever happened that day. And then you'd upload it to a server, and then all these local radio stations in Texas would download it and play it as their news break. And that's what I did every day.
Oh, my God.
And I sucked at it.
How long did you do it for?
For the whole session, which was like 6 or 8 months or something like that.
Oh, my God. What are those people like?
Joe?
They party a lot, huh?
Like motherfuckers.
Isn't that crazy?
I've been hammered with Texas senators.
It's not just Texas. It's kind of all of them.
Yeah, but I don't mean drunk. I mean like hammered. These guys would have catfish fries and keg parties.
Somebody left cocaine in the White House, remember?
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Somebody left fucking coke.
Yeah.
They brought coke to the White House. How did you do that? How'd you get in with coke?
Dude, I knew nothing.
Bro, have you seen Hunter? I'm sorry. Have you seen
please.
Hunter Biden describing why crack is so good? It's the greatest crack advertisement of all time.
No.
If crack wasn't terrible for you, this guy makes me want to try crack. I'm not going to. Don't do it. I'm not giving any advice, but I'm saying this guy, like legitimately, this might be the best advertisement for crack of all time. I'm going to send it to you, Jamie. You're going to watch it and you're
I'm
oh
excited.
my God.
I'm excited for this.
I want to try crack.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, he's a lot smarter than people give him credit for. I'll tell you that. Like, he's talking, and one of the things he was talking about was why smoking things are so addictive, why smoking cigarettes are so addictive, and like the psychology behind it. He's not dumb, but he's just a guy who, became an addict, and that fucks your whole life up. It fucks you. You become a subhuman.
Yeah.
When you're junkied out all the time, and you're that dude who's like what he was doing, like making films and shit, and driving with a gun. Like, he was fucking gone. He was out there, dude.
Well, when you're an addict with money, it gets real wild.
And your dad is one of the most famous people on the planet. It's so crazy. Listen to this.
Oh, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally. That's it?
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
Oh, it's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing?
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime, you know, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines three really important things. It's habit forming, there's an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to breastfeeding. Okay, so really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have your cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over.
Oh my
There's
God.
ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
Okay.
So you kind of,
We
Holy
should give
shit.
that guy credit. Who's the dude who's interviewing him?
Andrew Callahan, Channel 5.
Well, he nailed it. He did a
He's-
great job. That's the best ad for coke ever.
It's the best.
Best ad for crack ever.
Yeah.
And he could be president. How
Yeah.
about that? How about that?
That kid,
How about
by the
He could. Like, no bullshit. Hunter Biden, after all he'd been through, look, we all his dirty laundry's all out there. We all see it. He was a freak.
he, speaking of which,
He's just smarter than his dad when his dad was young. And he was a crackhead.
he spoke so eloquently about crack just then. I mean, that was, and by the way, you know what 2 words got me?
What?
Ignition was the first one.
Yeah, Jesus, bro.
And I forget the second word, but ignition, I was like, you got my ears here. But I have a friend that smoked crack.
Oh my God, I have a couple.
Yeah, and I said, what was it like? Like, describe it to me. And he goes, dude, the best way I could describe it is, imagine you are as horny as humanly possible. You have a raging hard-on, and a woman sits down on your dick for 2 seconds and then plops off and walks away. He goes, that sensation of the thrill of that, he goes, that's the only way I could think to kind of equate like what the charge of it is and how excited you are and how you feel you need to immediately do it again.
And when you do it again, do you get the same reaction, or is it dumbed down?
That I don't remember what he said, but I got the impression that it's kind of like, you know,
It
it's
has to
that
be, right?
just on repeat. It's the broken record
up and down,
of that.
up and down, and then big crashes.
Yeah.
I had a buddy in New York that smoked crack, and he would have these giant crashes. And one of the things that he would have to do is he would have to go to a store, like a liquor store, and get a 40 ounce of malt liquor.
Okay.
That was how he'd calm himself down from the crack. So, like, a lot of times I would pick him up. I would even drop him off when he was buying his shit back then. And then when I'd get him, he'd just be like pale like cardboard and had to drink malt liquor. It was like he was about to have a fucking heart attack.
But by the way, that's all it takes is 1 40 ounce? I'm thinking you need to fucking mainline a bottle of Jack Daniels to even out.
He would
like-
get a couple of 40s.
Okay.
But 140 is really strong. Those things are crazy strong. Like malt liquor, okay. It's kind of crazy that malt liquor is only in the hood.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of beer that tastes like shit. You know, it's not like malt liquor is like a fine Sam Adams ale.
Yeah.
You know, malt liquor's it's just there to get you fucked up, and if it's cold, it's tolerable.
Yeah.
Why is it way more popular in the hood.
Yeah, it's usually 40s are usually very cheap. It is malt liquor, but it's cheap. We used to buy 40s when I was in college. That's all we drank because it was cheap.
Right.
We used to drink a 40 called Camo. The label was camouflage, the cheapest looking camouflage design ever, and it said camo in like the Army stamp. It was $1.50 a 40, and it was 8.9% alcohol. Oh my God. So college, it's perfect.
That's so
there
strong.
It is, baby.
I remember Old English. And I remember, God, there was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of those like giant malt liquors that everybody. What were the big name ones? They were always in rap songs.
Oh, dude, OE.
Yeah, Old English is the big one.
8 Ball was
Colt 45.
Colt 45. That's right. Yeah, King Cobra.
Yeah, Hurricane.
Old English 800 that was the classic. The Old English 800.
St. Ides. Yeah, Old English 800 was 8 Ball. That was the Eazy-E song, 8 Ball.
Right,
if you
bro.
remember.
You drink that stuff, you will get fucked up.
Yeah,
like that's a weird gray area between liquor and beer. You know what I mean?
It tastes like shit. It tastes like you took bad beer and poured vodka in it.
It's so nasty, but yet totally legal.
Yeah,
which I agree with. Totally legal.
And I mean, but what you were saying though about you'll find it in the hood or whatever, it applies same thing to college kids. Dude, when you don't have a ton of cash and you want to get fucked up, and for under $5 you can get 2 40s.
Oh yeah, and you're blitzed.
You got yourself a
240s.
night. Yeah, you got yourself a hell of a night.
Hell of a night.
But wait, remember I said earlier the sober
But
thing.
wait.
What's that?
I said, but wait.
But wait. I just saw the clip. I remember you telling me in the green room that you stopped drinking. And then I just saw the clip of you saying it to Ron White that you think you're done.
I mean, I would most certainly have a glass of wine at some point in time in my life. But as far as like regular drinking every week, I'm definitely done. You feel better. It's crazy. I mean, it's such a simple thing to. Chris Williams did it first. He was like the first guy that I know that's like a podcaster that just said it's been his biggest like life hack, his change. I was like, really, that big of a deal? And he's like, that big of a deal. He's like, it's like a remarkable change in the energy levels that you have because you're not fucking poisoning yourself all the time.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so fun.
It's the most
so
fun. It's the most fun.
It's so fun. It's so fun to get a little tipsy.
That's what Ari. I remember speaking to Ari. Ari said that to me once because I remember when Ari got into like enjoying drinking, and I go because he didn't
drink for a long time. Yeah.
And I go, you like it now? And he goes, it's the most fun thing. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking fun, man. But I saw a kid in the coffee shop today. I was waiting in line to order, and the kid in front of me turned around, and he's like, hey, man, I love your comedy, whatever. He was a nice kid, and he goes, dude, are you sober too now? All you guys are getting sober. I was like, no.
Oh, you guys. That's funny. They think like we move as a group.
Yeah.
They're all Republicans now.
It's the things I hear people apply to this comedy scene. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys?
It's so dumb.
It's
so
ridiculous.
Dumb.
It's ridiculous.
I read another article the other day about us being an anti-woke comedy scene.
Yeah, the thing about UCB coming in.
Like, look, why not just do great stuff? Go do great stuff. Don't worry about what we're doing. And we're not anti-woke. There's no anti-woke. There's like a shit ton of left-wing comics at the mothership. It's like that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're not dwelling on that. We're making fun of things.
That article upset me because when I saw the headline, I was excited because I used to do UCB shows in New York.
I did them in L.A.
Yeah, and I did them in L.A. too. And I was like, oh, cool, UCB's coming. Like, it'll be more stuff.
That was always fun.
For the scene and stuff.
The scenes, it's always better if there's more in the scene. But that's also, you got to realize, like, someone framing it in a way that's going to get people to read it.
Yeah.
And then there's people that genuinely do think that way. And it's what a lot of that is, I think, is the walled garden issue. And the fact that there's like a walled garden, right? And when there's a walled garden, there's a bunch of people that are doing really well together and they're hanging out together and they have fun. And you're not in that group. You start getting mad at that and you find reasons why that's bad because, you want something like that in your life, which we all do. If I see like a whole group of friends like palling around and laughing, I always smile because I know what that's like. I like it. But if you never have that in your life and you see a group of people palling around and having a good time together and hugging each other, just laughing and just having a good old time, you feel like left out. You feel disrespected almost.
Yeah.
You know? This episode is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Speed and quality aren't always synonymous. I don't go to a fast food joint expecting a 5-star meal or use instant coffee thinking it'll taste like it came from a French press. There are exceptions, of course. Like if you're hiring, you can use ZipRecruiter to find qualified people fast. Try it yourself free at ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan. According to G2, it's one of the most popular hiring sites, probably because of how fast it actually works. I'm talking same-day results in some cases. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can proactively find and connect with top talent in minutes. And new resumes are always being uploaded, over 300,000 every month. So you have an opportunity to reach more people with the skills you're looking for. Experience hiring, speed, and quality with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/Rogan. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Yeah.
People get angry.
Do you remember, like, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but I'm assuming you have. It's kind of like when you're coming up the ladder initially in show business and you see famous people on TV and whatever, and you got an opinion about everybody that's having too much fun, that's annoying.
Oh,
and that guy's music sucks and this and
He's
that,
a
whatever.
hack.
Yeah. And then 5 years later, you find yourself in a room with the guy at some party and you meet him and talk to him and you go, what? He's the nicest. What the fuck? Why? I think I like his music now. It just changes.
Know. It's so stupid. But it's just a normal thing that people do. We talk shit. And then the problem now is you talk shit and you're just talking shit. Like you and I would be talking the same way if we were in Mitzi's bar, just hanging out. We'd be talking shit.
Exactly.
And if someone records that and writes it down, it seems so much different than just regular talking shit, which is what everybody does.
Well, and that's one of the things I wrote down here that I wanted to say, and I don't say it, I swear to you, I don't say it to blow smoke because it's your place and I get to work there a lot and all that stuff. That's all beautiful. I say this very genuinely, man. When I swung in last night, and everybody's at the hanging after Kill Tony, and it's usually a fun time. And Carrie was like, she's like, hey babe, you want a shot? And I go, no, not tonight. I gotta take it easy tonight. And I go, I'm doing Joe's show tomorrow. And dude, like the staff, everybody, the friends, everybody being like, dude, congrats. The fucking special drop today. You're doing Rogan tomorrow. Dude, kill it. Have fun, dude. We fucking love you. And I stepped back and I was like, this feels like family to me. This is a beautiful thing. Everybody's so supportive. There's no backbiting. There's no shit talking. It's all fucking love. So when I hear people say negative shit about the Austin scene, I'm like, I found it to be a beautiful experience, like truly, like a truly heartwarming experience.
It's people that aren't in the scene. That's all it is. It's like people that they're looking at it from the outside. And it's not just us that are like this. Like my thought on all this shit is that my favorite people to hang out with are comedians. And if you make an environment where comedians are really happy and everyone has a lot of gratitude, a lot of gratitude for what they're able to do with their life, and that they have such great friends and they get to do sets and have fun, and it transfers over to all the other people too. It transfers over to the up-and-comers. It transfers over to the staff. Everybody is having a good time. Everybody has a real positive attitude. That's possible to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to start a cult. You don't have to. You just make a place. And you can do it. It can be done. We did it at the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store was pretty fucking positive for the most part before we left. And we do it here too. And some people don't want to hang with comics. They're lone wolves, and that's fine too, man. That's not what it's about. What it's about is making an environment where it's easiest possible for someone to thrive. So you got a bunch of feedback from a bunch of other comedians. You got a lot of up-and-coming talent that are like really killing it on stage and really trying to be heard and really writing new stuff all the time, performing all the time. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a big old pressure cooker. It's like a wrestling room at Iowa State.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, there's a bunch of killers in this fucking room. That's good for everybody.
Yeah.
It's good for all of us. I look at it the same way I look at sports. I look at it the way I look at martial arts. Like, what's the best way to get better? You got to surround yourself with really good people. Also, make a gym that has everything the fighters need. Everything they need, like the UFC Performance Center, something like that, or Performance Institute, something like that.
Okay.
But have a place where it has everything the fighters need. So do that for comedy. Just have it completely set up, financially the most beneficial for the comedians. It's like treats people well. Everybody gets it's the whole business is designed to break even.
Yeah.
That's all it's designed to do.
It was awesome, particularly this past weekend, because I did Ari shows with him in Fat Man in the big room, and then I was also doing Little Boy spots in between. And it was so, like what you're talking about, the gym, right? It's like, it was so fucking cool. It's like you go into Fat Man, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Then you go into Little Boy. It's a little calmer, a little more quiet.
It's like you're in people's living room.
Yeah, you sit down on the stool. You talk a little slower. I'm like, this is so good for growth in both areas. Like
just like a gym, like you'd set up a gym. It's a CrossFit gym.
Yeah,
you know, it's like over there you do your weights, over here you do your cardio. Yeah,
yeah, it's great, man. It's fucking great, and the staff is so awesome. Like just the love of the staff is really a beautiful thing.
They're very cool people, and a lot of them, like Kerry and Adam and Jody, they all came from the store. So everybody was unemployed, man.
Yeah.
So I scooped them up when they were all unemployed.
Yeah.
And I said, let's have fun. Let's put something crazy together.
Egan is the funniest.
He's the best.
He makes me laugh so hard. He watched me the other night in Little Boy, and I came off stage, and he's like, good shit, man. Good, that's new shit. And I go, I'm super excited about this Russell Brand joke. And and he goes, yeah. So then the next day he starts texting me, and he goes, I couldn't sleep last night. And I go, why? And he goes, I'm just so excited about your new Russell Brand joke.
That really is how he thinks, though.
He goes, I can't sleep. And I go, wait, you're joking, right? And he goes, yes, I'm joking, you fucking idiot. It was so funny, dude. We were laughing so hard. He's the best, man.
Well, he learned it from Norm, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But he really does love it. Like, he really does love when people have new shit. Like, he really was joking around, I'm sure, but he was also looks forward to it a lot. He loves, like, the development process. And, you know, he gives really good advice. Like, I've seen him give, like, really good advice to up-and-coming comics about, like, maybe this is what you need to concentrate on. This is where you have, like, a kind of a hole in your game, like how you're setting it up. Maybe you have too many words. Maybe you're this. Maybe you're that. Maybe you're looking down at the ground. You need to look into the audience a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
I learned, excuse me, you know, you're always learning, right? But I just rewatched the Gary Shandling doc, the HBO one. And he talks at the beginning of that. He talks about when Mitzi Shore said to him, honey, you're not a comic. You're not a comic. You're a writer. And then he was so determined to be a comic. And he was like, and you're seeing his notes from his journals from that time.
Yeah.
And he's like, use your face. Your expressions matter at these moments, and your energy and the way you look. And I was like, oh my God, man.
Wow.
Like, it's just, and then you watch his stand up and you go, I can see what he's talking about. You see him go like from this to like,
right. He worked at it.
And you're like, yeah, it's fucking fascinating.
You're not a comic. You're a writer. I can see her saying that. Bro, if she said it to me, I'd quit. I'd be like, fuck. This is over.
The who was the guy that used to run the comic strip in New York?
Lewis?
Not Lewis. The guy that passed away. He had the mustache. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
You mean the guy that got murdered?
No.
No, that's at the Stand.
Yes, that's Dave
the comic
Kimowitz.
strip.
Rest in peace.
Who passed away at the comic strip?
There was that guy that was kind of legendary in New York that ran the comic strip. He was the booker, and when you auditioned, you had to audition for him, and then he would take you into a room and tell you, Lucian.
Oh, Lucian. Yes, that's right.
I remember I auditioned for him, desperately trying to get in anywhere in New York.
Oh, Lucian was brutal.
He brought me in the room. He sat me down. He goes, what can I say? I mean, some of the jokes work, but I don't believe you. And then he goes, look at the way you dress. You clearly have no pride in your appearance. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was brutal. I don't remember what he said to me, but it was also not favorable. He would like occasionally give me spots, but I think he thought I was too dirty.
Oh, boy.
But I was 21. I didn't have anything to say. I had nothing to say.
How long were you in New York? You were out of New York way before I came to New York, but how long were you there for?
I left New York when I was 25. Almost 26, I guess. No, I had to be 26. No, I was 26. And then I came to California initially for this Fox show that I did with Jim Brewer. Jim Brewer was the mascot for the other team, and it was a baseball team. It was called Hardball.
Was it a sitcom?
Yeah, terrible show. So I moved out here for that, and then that got canceled.
You know what's funny, dude? I was saying this to all the boys out in the outside area here. I go, I got to tell Joe this because I keep forgetting to tell him. Because I always forget. Oh, he was on that show. News radio during COVID saved my fucking life, dude. I swear to you.
Did you binge it?
I was living in an apartment that only had windows in the bedroom, so I had no light in my apartment.
Oh no!
It was a tenement building. The hallway. I was telling the guys outside. I was like,
You're trapped in a place with no light at all.
Yeah. The hallway in this building looked like the alley behind the Wuhan lab. I was like, I'm going to get COVID from the fucking railing. It was so gross. Everybody was so freaked out. Nobody knew what was going on, like in the beginning. And I was like, dude, I'm trapped. I'm alone. Like, this is the worst thing ever. And my buddy Pat Walsh, who I do my We'll See You in Hell podcast with, he said, listen, man, have you seen News Radio? And I said, no, I've never seen it. I missed it when it was on. And he goes, look, Amazon's got the whole series right now for $20. Just buy it and watch it. And I bought it and I watched it. And you, fucking Dave Foley, the best, Phil Hartman. I was just
Stephen Root, Andy Dick.
Oh my God.
Vicki Lewis.
It just.
Candy Alexander, Maura Tierney.
Yeah.
It was a great cast.
It just took me, because it was so fun. It was so silly. It was classic. It reminded me of a better time because it was a little bit older because it was from the 90s.
Innocent. Yeah, almost innocent.
Oh my God.
That style of comedy.
Yeah.
It's so silly. It's like it's a fun thing to do. And to be able to do it that way, like with those people, they're all so fucking good. You know, and I didn't know. I had fucking zero acting experience. I did a couple of episodes of that Hardball show. It was terrible, like I said. I wasn't good on it either. I'm not a good actor.
No, you're not. No. I wasn't saying no, you're not a good actor. I'm saying no, you're wrong. I want to compliment you. Sitcom multicam acting, multicam is very different from single cam. Multicam, in my opinion, is the hardest form of acting.
No, dude, you're doing it in front of a crowd. It's like stand-up. It's not that hard. You know when you've got a good one? When you got a good punchline and you can look Andy Dick in the face and say, because it says it on the label, like whatever it is, and you know it's going to get a big laugh, it's just like doing stand-up. Like comics thrive in those multicam sitcoms. That's why they kept giving them to like Roseanne, Seinfeld, Brett Butler. They wanted Tim Allen, everybody that could do stand-up could do that kind of in front of an audience acting.
See, I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. I think I agree with you, the idea that if the joke's there, you can land it. But think about it like this with stand-up, right? Woody Allen once said, I used to think it was as easy as just writing a good joke, and if I said it, it was fine. And he goes, then I realized that wasn't the case. I had to write good jokes that were of my personality. And that's why I'm so enamored by guys that are good at multicam sitcom acting, because they're writing something for a character you're playing. And it's knowing how to land the joke, but also making it believable. I'm in awe of Kevin James.
Oh, he's the man.
I'm in awe of him. You watch King of Queens, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. He delivered that line that 9 out of 10 other people, it would be in no way organic or believable, that choice he just made. And he does it in a way where you believe that's actually who this person is, and it gets a laugh. Like,
Yeah, that was one of the last of the
Fascinating.
great sitcoms,
yeah.
right? Because like, when did the sitcom officially die? The only one who has a sitcom right now that I know is Miss Pat, and hers is on the BET app.
Yeah.
But who else? Who else do you know that has a sitcom?
No, but my buddy Pat I just mentioned works on that show, actually. And I agree.
Well, Shane has a sitcom, but Shane's Tires is not really a sitcom. It's a single
cam
comedy
sitcom.
show.
Yeah.
It's not a situation comedy, right? Is it?
Well, it is.
Is it a sitcom technically?
It is. Yes, but it's a single cam. Like the multicam is the traditional whatever. But I think it died. I was watching. I also watched this later during COVID. Rules of Engagement, which was David Spade's last sitcom. It was him and Patrick Warburton. I don't know if you remember that show.
Patrick Warburton was on News Radio a bit too.
He
did
was?
a couple episodes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget how many he did.
But that show came out in like, I think it ended in like 2017-ish.
So that was probably the last one.
2013.
2013. Wow. So you watch it, and they're getting jokes in where you're like, you can tell 2 years later they wouldn't have allowed any of these jokes.
You know what? A show that I used to shit on until
that?
I watched it. It was a really good show, and I feel bad that I used to shit on it. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory's funny.
It's funny, man. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a thing. Like if that's what you want like a fun sitcom. That's a fun sitcom, man. And I had always thought it was crap.
Yeah.
I'd always heard it was crap. Everybody, and I had made this judgment on it based on other people's opinions of it.
And we were talking earlier about what people hate on something.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory, one of the most hated on sitcoms.
Meanwhile, Went Forever was the #1 show in the world.
I worked with Johnny Galecki. He was the fucking man. The coolest dude ever.
Which one's he?
He's the kid that was on Roseanne. The guy with the glasses. He was kind of like the main dude outside of Sheldon. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, right. Yes.
The man. I got drunk with him and fell down the stairs at his house. And he
luckily you didn't need insurance.
No.
That would have been another story. And then
No.
they fucked me over.
Yeah.
Bro, speaking about getting fucked over, want to hear a story that I read today? Jamie, find out if this is true, but I'm pretty sure it is. There was a guy who decided that he was going to leave Texas because of the woke direction that America is going in. And so he decides to go to Russia because there's some American set up like an expat community in Russia.
Okay.
And this guy goes in there, and then they conscript him for the army and send him to the front line. Father who moved from family from Russia to escape woke America is sent to the front line.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, that's a crazy story.
That's insane.
With his family, with his wife and his daughters, he just moves there, doesn't know anything about the culture, and all of a sudden, you're in the army.
That's it.
Yeah,
No
you're in
cho-
the army. We need you.
And by the way,
Bro.
fed up with woke America, I would think Texas is a place where...
Like, Texas is too woke for you. You need to go spend a couple months in Silver Lake. You think Texas is too woke?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go hang out in the East Village for a couple weeks.
Oh my God. Yeah. I lived in Silver Lake. It is
Insufferable.
fascistly woke in
It's
Silver Lake.
insufferable. Everybody needs antidepressants. No one has any vitamin D. They're all rotting out from the inside. They're all overwhelmed with anxiety, trying to control everyone's speech and behavior, and like every fucking flag that you can possibly wave for what you support. What are we on this week?
Yeah.
What are we doing this week? Like everyone's fucking nuts.
I think a city, that was always one of my big gripes with life in LA, or more specifically Hollywood. I think a city where you have to drive to get to the bar, you got a problem, because nobody's able to just go out the front door, go down the street, and just have some fun.
Right.
Everything it's got to be planned. It's got to be this, it's got to be
Hard
that.
to park.
Yeah, so nobody cuts loose.
Also, you're always in your car. So you're always isolated from other people.
Yes.
Until you integrate. And then you're back to my isolation. And in New York, you have to integrate. Like, you get on the subway, you walk down the street, everybody's there with everybody.
Yep. Dude.
There's something to be said for that.
There is. When I lived in LA, I said the reason I don't like LA, I always said the ultimate goal of people in LA is isolation. The ultimate goal of people in New York is integration. In LA, the big dream is what? let me get the
mansion.
Yeah, the house way up in these hills. And
big
there's,
old gate with dogs and fucking dudes on
yeah.
sniper posts.
Yeah. Guys being like, I got an eye scanner on my
Dudes in
house.
turrets with machine guns.
Yeah. It's and the only people, and then they have these parties in LA where they hire a staff to create the environment of a bar in their home. So now there's like catering waiters walking around and shit. And you're like, guys, I'm just trying to play beer pong and like get fucked up. Like, what is this, right?
It's so weird.
But New York, you could be top floor Trump Tower. Guess what? You walk out the front door, you're going to the same shit newsstand that I'm going to. You're getting your coffee from the same fucking place.
That's another thing New York still has. Newsstands.
Yes.
People still buy the newspaper.
Isn't that wild?
The actual newspaper.
Yeah.
I wonder what percentage of newspapers get sold in New York City.
That's a great question.
Because nobody's buying newspapers anymore.
No.
Like what percent? Is it possible to find out when New York Times give that information out? Like what percentage of the New York Times, when it's consumed in paper form, is purchased in New York City?
It's probably the most out of anywhere, right? Because there's so many old school New Yorkers that are like, this is how you read the news. That's part of their life.
Oh yeah,
getting the Times every morning, going.
Those people
home.
are a problem. Those people don't know they're getting fucked. They don't know the internet. They haven't made their way through Reddit yet.
The Billy Connolly.
They haven't seen the Fauci memes.
Billy Connolly had this joke after he got sober, where he was talking about living in New York, and he goes, every morning my routine is I walk to the newsstand, I buy a cup of coffee in the morning edition of the New York Times. My life is a ball of fire. And then the funniest part of the joke is he said there was the same homeless guy every day that he would give money to. And he said one day the homeless guy goes, you know you don't have to give me money every day. And he goes, I know I don't, you little fucking cunt.
Jesus. It's better with a Scottish accent, right?
It is, yeah, it is.
There's something to be said for living jammed up with people. But I think ultimately the problem is it's just overstimulation. I don't think it's good for peace of mind. I think it's good for energy. It's one of the things that my friends that love it there, they all talk about, like my friend Jeff, who's been there forever. He's like, I love the energy of the city. I'm like, really? Oh, energy.
New York's one of those places, man, when I loved it. God, I loved it. And I still have a lot of love for the city. It wasn't for me to live in anymore. But I always said, like, New York is one of those cities, whenever you get there, it doesn't matter what year it is, when you get there, that begins your impression of the best version of New York. And eventually, might take 5 years, might take 2 decades, might take 30 years, whatever. Eventually, you're going to say, this isn't what it used to be anymore. But there's a crop of people coming in right at that time that are saying this is the best place ever.
Oh,
and 30 years from now, they're going to say they're tired of it or whatever. But
listen, buddy, 30 years from now, we're all going to be serving robots. Okay? So all this good old days stuff, we are the last people that are going to talk about the good old days.
Yeah.
We're the last ones.
Yeah. And I agree with you. We'll be serving robots.
Yeah.
Not robots are going to be,
I remember people used to talk about the good old days of Times Square. And I was always like, you're crazy. Like, you want Times Square to be filled with criminals and peep shows and fucking drug dealers, and it was super sketchy.
Right. Super
sketchy. And then I saw it the way it is now, where it's a giant Applebee's, and I was like, oh, they were right. It's all, it's like, it's one of those things, like, you see where it's going. You're like, you guys don't understand. This is going in a terrible direction. These are just the first steps of something going in a terrible direction.
Yeah.
Like, at first you think it's good because there's no more peep shows, there's no more, street hustlers and scary people trying to rob people. But now you have the corporatization of one of literally the wildest places in New York City was Times Square. It was a wild ass crazy place.
Yeah. What you want to me, the analogy is you want the perfect dive bar. That's what we all want. Feels comfortable.
Right.
Little gritty.
Yeah.
But I feel okay. Once in a while, you'll go, let's find a dive bar, and you walk in, and there's too many boxes in the corner, and nothing works, and you're like, something's not right here. There was one we used to go to in L.A. There was a motel upstairs, and the bar downstairs only served 2 things, Modelo and Corona. And we were like, there is some sort of pimping operation or something happening in here. It's too much.
There's a lot of places like that you know are losing money. You're like, oh, is it Chinese triads own this? Like, who owns this fucking business? Like, how is this business still open?
Yeah, yeah. But you want perfect dive bar vibes when it, when it's too New York Times Square now is like. It's like going to a bar in Epcot Center, and you're like, oh, God, this has no pulse. I didn't want it this clean. Not this clean.
When I was a kid, I used to play pool in New York at Chelsea Billiards. It's a 24-hour pool hall that was known throughout the world as a place where, like, the best pool players in New York City would go and gamble. So I'd go there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, any given night, and you would find some of the best players in the world matching up, playing pool for money.
Wow.
Oh, it was amazing. And it was just 24/7. It was open all the time. So there's like guys who were street hustlers, who were pool hustlers, who would sleep under the tables. There was a bunch of people there that were like really talented pool players, but they were basically homeless. And they would just run around. And my friend that I was telling you about that smoked crack, that's how I knew him. He was basically a homeless crackhead who was a genius pool player. Yeah.
Did you ever get to play against any of the like big guys?
Yeah, I got my ass kicked. I played at a bunch of tournaments. I wasn't nearly good enough back then to play against those guys. I was just learning pool, but I was fascinated by it. But it was just the place, the kind of thing that you'd have in New York City. There was all these different places we could go. We could go to like 10, 15 places that were pool halls in New York City. There were 24 hours. And you would go there, and this one was a complete Chinese-owned place. You would go there, and like some of them you would go to, not Chelsea, but some of them you would go to. They were off the beaten path. You'd go there. Everyone spoke Chinese. They had Chinese on the wall. They did speak a little bit of English. You could pay them for table time. You'd go and play, and you watch these dudes gambling there too.
It's one of my that version of New York. I think is probably, I would think, extinct.
It's not. It's not worth enough money.
Right.
So the thing is, like, if you could put some Louis Vuitton store
Yeah.
in the place where that used to be, that's going to make a lot more money than this seedy 24-hour pool hall that charges $20 an hour for table time.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. How are you getting rich?
Yeah.
How are you getting rich off $20 an hour table time?
The Louis Vuitton store also doesn't have crackheads sleeping under the purses.
But it was so fun, man. It was like, to be a young man and to be around all those people was like it was a very interesting experience, because although I knew it wasn't healthy for them, and I knew it wasn't a smart way to live your life, the fact that they were like dedicated to never doing anything but what they were doing, and they were smart people, man.
Yeah, it's
fucking weird.
Commitment is admirable, but that turns into that gets into the zone where you're like, this is dark.
It was totally dark.
Yeah.
But they just didn't fit.
Yeah.
They didn't fit. Okay, just like you barely fit in that Senate office, they didn't fit at all. They just couldn't do it. They have whether it's ADHD, stepmom beat them with a belt, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
They're not going to fit.
Yeah.
They're not going to fit in whatever corporate cookie cutter life.
Right.
But they had a place in pool halls where they could hang out with other misfits. And that was like a big part of the charm of the place.
Yeah.
It was a magnet for misfits.
Yeah. And now they're all DoorDash delivery guys, probably.
They're probably dead. I know a lot of them are dead. A lot of dudes that I used to play with are dead.
One of the things that I cherish most about my New York experience was when I first got there. It's how I became friends with Attell. Dave liked to go out back then, and Insomniac was on the air. That show he hosted where he would, go out into the cities
and get obliterated.
Yeah. So Dave, I like to drink, and Dave was like, Joe, man, you're a nice kid. Come out with me. And he would take me to these he knew every fucking after hours place.
Of course.
We had a fucking blast. And Attell was classic. He was like Batman. You'd be doing shots with him for 3 hours, and you'd turn around, and he was gone.
Didn't want to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Fuck this, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, and you're literally like, I'm on Avenue D, I think. Where the fuck am I
And
right
they didn't
now?
have GPS back then either.
No GPS, no Uber.
No Uber.
No
right.
Uber. And broke comic couldn't afford cabs, so trying to figure out how to subway back to Queens, where I lived.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
At 3 a.m.
Oh, my God. 3, sometimes 5, 6.
Oh, my God.
Just,
That's the other thing. Bars in New York City open till 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's getting lesser and lesser too, though,
Is
man.
it?
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah. When we opened...
But it's legal still.
When we opened...
Is
Joey,
it legal still?
yes, it is. But there's when we opened Joey Rose's, we got a liquor license because there's a bar component. And when we went in for the liquor, I learned so much about a liquor license when we did that. You probably did too when you opened Mothership. There's like all these rules like, okay, you're allowed to serve till midnight on these nights, but not till 2. And we'll let you go to 2 on these nights, but not till 4. And if you want to go till 4, it has to be in this type of location where this type of activity will never happen, meaning like a DJ that can offend neighbors because of the bass or it's got to be situated in a way where people will not be congregating outside because the venue is large enough to hold them. There's all this shit, but like that 4 a.m. shit is going away. I don't think they want it in New York anymore because of, people get fucked up and they're puking outside, and then the residents are getting pissed off. And
what do you think is going to happen if this? How do you say his name? Mondani guy?
I don't know how to say his name, but I know
is
you're
that how
talking
you say his name,
yeah.
Jamie?
Mamdani. So it's like
say it again.
Zoran, almost like the movie, I think.
Say the whole name.
Mamdani.
I'm going to use that as my ringtone from now on.
Mamdani.
You saying that?
Mamdani. I admittedly know very little about this guy. All I really know is half the people seem excited and half the people seem like it's the worst thing ever. So par for the course, I guess, in politics.
Well, young people are very excited.
Yeah.
Young people think we're gonna give communism a try. Yay, let's see what happens. I know he wants to jack up a lot of taxes for businesses. I don't understand business enough to comment on that. I don't know whether that would be beneficial overall for the net good of everybody or not, but I'm always skeptical when they want more money.
Does he want to jack up taxes on all businesses or just
I don't know.
certain level businesses?
I don't know. I think he wants to change the tax code in New York to be the same for businesses as it is for New Jersey, which is a little higher. Believe it or not, New Jersey's a little higher than New York.
That city is making it, in my opinion, absolutely impossible for mom and pop businesses to continue to function. And it's starting to happen more and more everywhere.
That's a shame because that's one of the coolest things about New York City is that you can go into these little mom and pop shops. We went to a sandwich shop. I wish I could remember the name of it. Near where Taylor Swift's house is. Taylor Swift used to own a house there. This is how we know that.
Right.
There was a bunch of gals. We parked over in the corner. We parked on the street to eat our sandwiches, and we're like, "What the fuck is going on at that house?" And there's all these girls would pause in front of the house, and they would get pictures taken. They would, and have like their perfect angle and look cute in front of Taylor Swift's house. So these fucking poor people that used to, they bought this house thinking this is a dope house. They might not have even known. Or they thought it would be cool. It used to be Taylor Swift's, but everyone's going to know it's not anymore, so no big deal. No, they take pictures in front of your house every day.
That's so funny. The juxtaposition of those images, a bunch of hot chicks posing perfectly, and then a bunch of dudes in a hot car eating hoagies.
From like the most classic old school Italian deli that we found in wherever that area is.
What? Do you know? You don't remember the part of town at all?
I don't. I could find it if I wanted to go through my phone. I could find it because I sent it to my friend Tommy when we were going down there. But
I feel like I have to know the place you're talking about. If it's probably a place I've been. I feel like I've been to every sandwich place in New York City.
Anyway,
it
was good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was really good.
I'm sure.
And it's a mom and pop spot that's been there since like 1960 or some shit.
Yep.
Been there forever.
I mean, look at Katz's now, dude. Now, part of this
Katz's is the best.
Part of this is tourism. Their sandwiches are $29 fucking dollars.
Shut up
now.
and just pay them. They've been around since the 1800s. Stop being a bitch. It's worth it. It's worth $50. They're the greatest fucking sandwiches on the known planet. When you go there at 2:00 in the morning and you get a fucking pastrami Reuben from Katz's Deli at 2:00 in the morning with the steak fries. Oh, my God.
It's a nice lifesaver late night.
Oh, my God.
I was a big Carnegie Deli guy.
Carnegie's great.
They're gone.
Yeah, they went under.
They're gone.
Jerry's Famous Deli in L.A. was amazing. I think they're all gone. I think they closed a bunch of them. They closed the one near where I used to live in Woodland Hills, and then they closed the one in Studio City, I believe, which was the big one.
Wait, is Jerry's... What's the one that just got shut down for health code stuff? The one that had the Godmother, the Italian sandwich that everybody loved, and everybody goes down near the beach, I think.
What? I don't know that story.
I think
you're in the restaurant business, son. You know restaurant rumors and gossip, and you're like, the one the code violation. Like what? What fucking Google News feed are you on? You're on a different Google News feed.
You
than
know
me.
restaurants per Taylor Swift. That's your barometer. You're like, it's this close to Taylor Swift's house. That's all I know.
I just imagine being those poor people. What is it?
Bay Cities.
BC Deli.
Something just happened where they shut down
That's
for a
in
while.
LA?
Yeah.
And they got in trouble for something?
I don't know if
For
they got
being
in
too
trouble.
good?
I want to make sure I'm not speaking out of school here. Yeah, health department. Yeah.
Shut down for what?
I think they were pretty. It says the word vermin. That's never good.
Oh, that's not good. They got hit with rats.
God, that's a.
See, everybody hates the coyotes in LA.
Yeah.
But if you don't have coyotes, you have rats. You have a lot more rats than you do have.
Yeah.
Like, you need them to keep the. You guys
Temporary.
fucked up. What's
Temporary
up?
closure, working to reopen.
Okay.
Oh, they got to kill all the rats.
I hope they fix it. I'll tell you, that's the thing I never expected in New York.
Rats?
Yeah, it's like you open a food place in New York. You open anything in New York, rats is on your checklist.
Yeah.
Of what you have to be ready to deal with. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, and the city just acts like, well,
That's the city.
that's your problem.
You
It's
got
like,
rats.
why
Everybody
don't you
has rats.
fix the rats thing a little bit?
They cannot.
No,
They cannot.
those rats got bold. They evolved during COVID, dude.
Yeah.
They walk right up to you now in New York. They didn't used to do that. Rats used to scurry if they saw anybody. They walk up to you now. Like,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
wild. They evolved. I heard a
They
thing.
probably had to get more aggressive to survive because all the food got cut off because there was no restaurants open.
Well, also, too, the places that were shut down, so many shut their doors but left their stock and abandoned ship. So the rats got in there, and it was fucking, it was Charlotte's Web, the rat at the picnic, whatever that fucking Templeton. They just had a field day. But somebody told me, a construction guy told me once, he goes, dude, rats are some of the smartest fucking creatures on earth. He goes, scaffolding, when they're scaffolding on a building, when they're doing work on a building, it opens everything up and rats tend to come. He said sometimes what they'll do is they'll hang dead rats from the scaffolding, and other rats will see the dead rats and go, don't fuck with that place. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
If they see a dead rat, they run.
Now,
Well,
I've
I would.
done no research to see if it's true.
If I go into a neighborhood on horseback and I see a dude fucking hanging by the front door, I'm like, oh, this is not a good spot to stop. Let's keep moving.
We had to put in the basement when we were sealing off some potential entry points, because you really got to seal your basement off. That's
Oh
a
my
key thing in
God.
New York.
Is it possible to seal it off from rats?
How about this, dude? Ready for this?
Yeah.
We had to seal off some potential entry points that the previous tenant had left. The exterminator guy we brought in, he goes, here's how you have to do this. You have to mix glass with the concrete. So if a rat does try to chew through it, it will get hurt from the glass and it will not try to do it again. If you just have concrete, they will eat through the fucking concrete.
To create a hole.
It's insane.
And they can get through like a nickel-sized hole.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, their bones are flexible.
Yeah, it's insane. They're fascinating creatures and also disgusting.
Did you ever watch the Netflix series on them? The documentary, Rats?
The thing the guy that died did, Supersize Me, right?
Is that his?
Yeah.
It is his?
Yeah. He died, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that was his, but it's really good. It talks about all the different diseases they carry, and then all over the country, like there's rats everywhere. And one of the things that they cover is the amount of rats that are in New York City, where it's like, it's all an assumption. They don't know. They never weighed them, but they think the biomass of rats is equal to the biomass of people.
I don't doubt it.
Do you know how crazy that is, dude?
It's insane.
Do you know how crazy? If that's true, that is so nuts. That's so many rats. Like, you'll never get them out of there.
It's fucking insane. There's shots in that movie where they're so on top of each other. It looks like remember when World War Z came out and like they did the thing in that movie where the zombies like literally snowballed?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Oh, yeah.
Except with rats.
Yeah, with rats. And where are they getting enough food to sustain these insane numbers?
Well, they eat concrete apparently.
Fuck, dude. Have you ever seen a rat set off a rat trap with a stick?
No, this is what I'm talking about though,
We watched a video. Now, here's the thing. There's a camera set up in front of this rat trap. So you don't know if they taught the rat to do it. But just
Right.
the fact that you could teach a rat how to set off a rat trap so that it could eat the food that's on the trap. Watch how he does it, because he does it with a stick, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, watch this. So check this out. So the rat comes in. He's like, oh, I know what this shit is. This is designed to fucking kill me. Oh, I see. Springs. Okay. Cool. Go over here and trip that motherfucker. So he comes back with a stick, dude. I mean, how crazy is that? Now watch when the trap goes off. He doesn't even flinch. Because he's probably done this 100 times. When the trap flips, if this is a real video, and I don't know that it's a real video, the only thing that makes me think it's a real video, and this is going to sound crazy, is that it's from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you used to be able to tell if something was fake.
Yeah.
That's how nuts the world has gotten.
I know, dude. I know. I'm watching a channel on YouTube. It's called Skywalker Stories. And it's a guy that, with AI, creates these little Star Wars vignettes of things all the fans always wanted to see, but we never got to see.
Oh, wow.
They're fucking awesome. They're awesome. But, dude, he'll make it with, like, it'll be Luke, but, like, Return of the Jedi Luke.
Like Mark Hamill. Young Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
This is it?
Look at this, dude.
Whoa, this is all AI?
Look at this.
Bro.
Okay, old friend.
The voices, even.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, this is incredible.
It's nuts.
This is AI?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We're fucked, dude.
We're done.
This is so good.
And he sounds exactly like Mark Hamill. He looks, it's crazy, dude.
It looks better than, like, the video that you would get back then.
Yes.
It's so much clearer. Keep it going, dude. Are we going to get in trouble for this? We're just promoting them. Star Wars, Luke Skywalker encounters Darth Bane
There's a
on
first AI thing you
Korriban.
can catch. Check his hand. Watch his hand. 5 fingers there.
Right?
6 fingers there. 5
What?
fingers there. 6 fingers there.
6 fingers?
Yeah.
Pause it.
5, 6.
Where's
Where's
the
the
6?
six?
That looks like 5.
That
One,
just
two.
switched. It just switched.
Oh.
When did he have 6? 1,
Right
2, 3,
there.
4.
It blends. See that index finger? Watch.
No.
It switched
Jamie,
it.
you're like a wizard.
I know, I'm
How are
just
you
telling you.
catching this shit, dog?
Just telling you.
How are you catching
Peace
that?
is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion I gain strength.
All right, this is a little weak. I would have got a better voice actor for that.
Well, this kid's working in a garage.
Bro, you know who had the
Victory, my
fucking creepiest? I watched it again on the flight yesterday. The newest Nosferatu.
Yeah, Robert Eggers.
Yeah, the dude who played Pennywise.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
He's
Yeah.
fucking amazing in this movie.
He's a great
Amazing.
actor.
It's the best vampire movie of all time.
He's a great actor.
That movie is creepy.
I liked it. I thought it was beautifully shot. My favorite will always be Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That was a great one.
the one with Hopkins and
Gary
Oldman.
Oldman. Gary Oldman was incredible.
Still, Oldman's
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
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 That was a classic.
Oldman still scares me in that movie.
Oh, he was amazing. But it's interesting because that broke ground, right? Because that was the first like mind bending of the vampire movies. Like he was a mind bender. Like he would transform states in front of you. He was there, he was gone, he was an old man. All of a sudden, it was like a mind bending, almost like psychedelic vampire.
Can I tell you the 2 things that took me out of Nosferatu?
Yeah, please do.
I don't want to ruin it for
His
you.
dick?
No.
When he stood up with the dick?
No, that was fine. I said the
Speaking
cons,
of
not
dead
the
dick.
pros. No, I didn't like that he had a mustache.
Oh, I love that.
That bothered me that Dracula is trimming his mustache every morning.
I love it. I loved it.
And this is not Robert Eggers' fault. This is the original story, but it finally dawned on me in every Dracula story. It's always based on him trying to buy real estate to go to London. And I'm like, why does he need a house? I don't understand. He's Dracula.
Because he's got to have a place to put his coffin at night, dog.
I guess so.
100%.
It seems like he could just go run the fucking city if he wanted.
No. There's another one that's really good.
All right.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Last Voyage of the Demeter.
I saw that. I liked it. I liked it. Yeah.
Underrated. A little obvious with the CGI, right?
Yes.
A little like
Yeah.
that doesn't look real. Like they weren't quite where they're at now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy because that was
Yeah.
just a few years ago.
So, interesting movie trivia. Last Voyage was originally supposed to be an actual prequel to the Coppola movie. It was actually supposed to, because remember in the Coppola movie, they show the sequence where there's the blood hitting the sails and all that stuff. That was actually supposed to be a legit connected prequel, which, God damn, could you imagine if that movie was fucking Gary Oldman?
Oh my God.
Dracula.
Gary Oldman and Coppola directing it. Oh my God, that would be insane.
So yeah, no,
Gary Oldman was such a good Dracula.
Oh my God.
Whoo!
Yeah.
He believed.
Yeah.
Remember when he accidentally, Keanu Reeves accidentally gets a cut and he licks the fucking blade?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the creepiest fucking. Oh.
And that's testament to Oldman. He's like, he doesn't just lick it. He's like trembling while he, like,
Yes.
it's almost like sexual, you know?
It's like Hunter Biden with crack.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah. Like, pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah. Can we pull up the video of Dracula talking about why blood is so good?
When he accidentally cuts Keanu Reeves, he's like shaving him or something, right?
Yeah, Keanu shaving. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He comes by him and starts shaving him.
He's shaving Keanu, which is even creepier. You got Dracula and a straight edge razor.
Oh my God.
That's what it was, right?
Yeah. Look at that castle.
30th May, Castle Dracula.
30th of
I
May.
think strange things which I dare not confess to my own soul. The Count. The way he looked at Mina's picture fills me with dread. As if I have a part to play in a story that is not
Yeah,
known
this is not what I want to hear. Scooch up a little bit.
Cut yourself.
Here it goes.
It is more dangerous than you think.
Great.
A foul bowl of men's vanity. Perhaps you should grow a beard.
Bro. Hunter Biden and crack right there.
Oh my God.
No. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Skarsgård is better. The Skarsgård Nosferatu is scarier. It's creepier. It's more supernatural. It's different.
Now,
the problem was the makeup back then looked goofy.
Oldman, when he turns into the bat.
Oh, it's wild, dude.
When
it's
he
wild.
looks like the bat monster.
See if you can get to. Is he in there?
The trailer, I don't think he is. I think
No, they don't. They like show him maybe like in shadow. I don't
Okay.
think they like really show him.
Have it Nosferatu pops out of the coffin. That's what he looked like. You can see that image. That's when he's dying at the end.
Spoiler alert. Bang.
Spoiler alert. Get to that picture in the middle where you see the bluish one. Yeah, I like that one. That's what he looked like. Bro, it was way creepier.
It's a
Way
great look.
creepier. It was way creepier.
I don't want the mustache.
The mustache makes it. It makes it. It was amazing. And it was creepy in that movie. Like, he tricked him into signing over his wife in a contract because he did it in my native tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the way he's talking. Here it is. Here, give me some volume on this. Oh, it doesn't pop up?
And to you.
He didn't pop up?
No, I cut it off. I think it's too new still to be on YouTube.
You pop up, you get to see his dick.
They're also
He's fully naked vampire. That was a terrifying vampire. That was the best vampire movie I think ever.
And I will say too, that's the first, and I've seen a lot of vampire movies.
Me too.
That's the first one I've ever seen where he sleeps naked. And you're like, well, of course he'd sleep naked. They always have him sleeping in his cape and everything.
When you got a hog like Dracula does,
yeah,
you want to let that motherfucker air out.
Yeah,
he had a hog on him.
Do you like horror movies a lot?
Love them.
Yeah,
I love horror movies. I love a good one, a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I'm really looking forward to the new Frankenstein.
I'm excited about that.
That's going to be great.
I'm excited about that. And Edgar's next movie,
Cillian Murphy as Dr. Frankenstein is going to be fucking insane.
I'm excited about Frankenstein, and his next movie is it's called Werewolf, and it's a werewolf movie.
Yes.
I'm like,
Eggers. Yes.
That's gonna be fucking cool, man.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need a real good werewolf movie. We haven't had one since An American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, they're tough to come by, man.
Wolfman was okay. The Benicio del Toro one.
I like that one.
You know what the cool thing was when he changed in front of all those doctors They got him strapped in. They said, "This man is an insane person. He believes he's going to become a wolf."
Yeah, yeah, and they're all laughing at him. And then
change.
Del Toro screams, "I will kill all of you!"
Yeah, and then it just starts popping. That was also Rick Baker, same guy who did the special effects for American Werewolf in London. He did it for that too.
And Thriller.
And Star Wars. And Thriller. Yeah, and Thriller.
He's. I like the Wolfman. I like The Howling.
We're grown men going, I like the Wolfman. He's kind of my favorite. The Howling was good. Grown men talking about their favorite werewolf movies. I didn't see that new Wolfman. Some people told me it was good. Some people told me it sucked.
It
sucked. Sucked.
Dick.
Damn.
It sucked. I have a horror movie podcast and we reviewed it.
Do you really? You have a horror movie podcast?
Yeah. It's called We'll See You in Hell. Yeah. And,
great name.
Thank you, man. But yeah, me and my buddy Pat that I was talking about do it together, and we've been doing it for a long time. But I have a massive horror movie collection.
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What your opinion is. What do you think is the scariest movie of all time?
I will tell you, for me, it remains to be The Exorcist. And I appreciate how scary I find it that I will infrequently watch it because I never want that to wear off. Because I've seen so many horror movies at this point, it's very hard to find something where I'm actually freaked. And The Exorcist, probably a lot to do with Catholic upbringing and a lot of the... And then that was a movie when I was growing up where people would say, the devil could actually reach you if you watch that movie. It had so much great lore around it. All of that just sits with me subconsciously when I watch it. I think it is the scariest movie I've ever seen, and follows, by the way, in my opinion, what is a necessary component to make a great horror movie. It has to be inescapable. So, in other words, what I'm saying is like the horror must be inescapable. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
You fall asleep, Freddy comes.
Right.
You're going to have to fall asleep, man.
Right.
Friday the 13th. You're a bunch of kids. You're stuck at the camp. There's no cell phones. Nobody's got a car. You're stuck. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, guess what? All the people you're running from run the fucking town around you. The Exorcist. It's your daughter. She's upstairs in your home. You cannot leave. Once you set the parameters that you cannot leave the horror, then all bets are off. But there's too many horror movies where you're like, well, just fucking leave.
You should be a consultant.
I would love to be.
To get a look at the script and go, guys. He can just leave. Why doesn't he just leave? Why is he so invested in staying in his town? Well, he grew up here. He wants to make it right. Shut the fuck up. This doesn't make any sense. There's demons in that town. He would get in his fucking car and he would drive to another state.
Yeah.
He would tell the police or something.
Yeah. It's just and Amityville's a classic horror movie, but the whole Eddie Murphy had the joke about it in the 80s. He's like, just get the fuck out of the house. Like, just leave the fucking house. I don't understand.
The Amityville one, there's a bunch of them that are weird because they're based on, like, The Conjuring. It's based at least a little bit on real stories.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to dismiss haunted houses. Me too. I do too. I think people are kooky. They make things up. They definitely do. But also, there's too many stories about places being haunted, and just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah.
Imagine if for whatever reason, maybe some horrible thing happens in this house and it opens up a portal to another place.
Yeah.
And then spirits from that other place can travel through to that spot because you've done someone's done such a terrible thing in that house, like some axe murderer in that house. And then for whatever, the amount of pain and suffering that took place in that spot opened up a portal to another place.
Yeah.
And things come through there.
I want it to be true.
Did you ever see Event Horizon?
Yeah, I love Event Horizon. I love Event Horizon.
Opening up portals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie, and it's another one that people dismiss. And I'm like,
no, it's good.
Again, you're trapped.
Yeah, you're trapped.
They go through that goofy wormhole on the spaceship. They're stuck. You can't get away from it. It's Hellraiser. It's Hellraiser in space.
Everyone's possessed.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's also, it opens up, like, if hell was a real place, like, you could do so much when you're doing space stuff, like you're fucking creating wormholes. Like, okay, let's imagine hell's a real place.
Yeah.
And let's imagine you open up a doorway to it accidentally and bring someone onto your spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so there's when you do something with space with aliens. I remember reading that when I was young, when I wanted to be a comic book illustrator. And one of the things that I was reading in this book of how it illustrates things, like the aliens are the ultimate thing that you can draw because no one can tell you what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be anything.
Yeah.
You can make it up.
And that's why I get so mad that every alien movie that comes out, it's like, I saw one recently, I can't remember the name of it. We watched it for the show, I don't remember. But I remember on the show going, guys, we're doing the big head with the big black eyes again. You can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Anything. If I hear one more alien in a movie with the fucking predator rattle, I'm like, enough, guys. Do something new. Like, sky's the limit.
The thing is, Alien #1.
Oh, yeah.
Ridley Scott's was so good.
It's great.
It was so good that no one even talks about that it's a female lead.
Mm-hmm.
No one even talks about it.
No.
It's not just a female lead. She's the spoiler alert. She's the fucking hero of the whole movie.
It's fucking awesome.
And kills it.
Yeah.
But she's so good and the movie's so good that no one even brings that up.
No.
It's not even a second thought.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's just like that movie scared the fuck out of me. And that movie came out in 1979.
Yeah, yeah.
79.
Yeah.
And it was just the right amount of seeing the alien. You didn't see it all the time. It was sneaking around.
Mm-hmm.
It kept growing and getting bigger. Every time you turned around, it was way bigger than it was
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's best tagline ever on a movie. In space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah.
Like, what a great tagline.
And it had the robot that betrayed everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian Holm.
And it had these people that they were going to sacrifice because they wanted this biological weapon. And that's why they went there in the first place. You're like, oh, people wouldn't do that. And now you go, oh, yeah, they would.
Yeah. And then, of course, John Hurt, Alien, the chest burst scene.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, what the fuck is about to happen here?
What the fuck, dude? When it comes plopping out of his chest and runs on the floor, like, what the fuck, dude?
This is the original trailer.
It's the trailer is so scary.
Weird sounds.
Yeah.
And you don't even get a peep at the fucking alien. Dude.
Holy shit. There should be an Oscar for trailers.
You know what? Another really good one that doesn't get a lot of love? Sputnik.
I never saw Sputnik. I don't think I know what's Sputnik. I don't even know what it is.
Sputnik is a Russian sci-fi alien movie.
Okay.
From like, when was that, Jamie? How many years ago?
The trailers are here 5 years ago. So
5 years ago. It's fucking good, dude. It's all in subtitles.
So it's IFC Midnight. IFC Midnight does some cool shit.
It's a spoiler alert. It's a dude who goes up in a Russian spaceship and has an encounter and comes back home, and he's got this parasite in his body.
Okay.
And this parasite comes out.
Okay.
It's fucking wild, dude. It's wild. It's really good. It lives inside of him and it keeps him alive. And then it comes out when he's sleeping. It comes out of his mouth. It's like the way it forms. It's really fucking creepy. And they're scary as shit, man.
And I was going to say, it's like a genuine monster comes out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a fucking scary ass movie, man.
I'll check this out.
I know I'm making it sound goofy, but it's good, dude. It's good.
It sounds fucking awesome. All right. I'll check it out.
Look, there's like legitimate parasites on Earth that go so far as to like here's one. You know what the cordyceps mushrooms parasites, where they take over spiders' bodies and ants' bodies, and then they explode in the air. So the the spores
Yeah.
come out of their body in like a big explosion. So they infect everyone around them, and then all of them around them become like these fucking. They get paralyzed by the mushroom and get eaten by it, and then they explode.
That's in Dude, I hate
Last of Us.
I hate to ask you this.
What?
Can I
You gotta pee? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm bursting
Yeah,
over
pee.
here. Hold on a
Hang
second.
on.
I'll be right back.
I'll go too. We'll be right back, folks.
It's like, wow. Guy's fucking
Yeah.
wild kid.
There's still some people that remember those days that live in Aspen. If you find them, they'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Like what it was like when he was living up there.
They said he would go down to the bars and
Yeah, get blasted every night. There's a
yeah.
funny song that got made from me and Greg Fitzsimmons. We read what Hunter S. Thompson did during a day, like a journalist had like hung out with him and recorded like his day. So it's like it starts like when he wakes up to like when he starts doing cocaine, starts seriously doing cocaine, and this guy Beardy Man, he put it to a beat.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard it?
I know
6
Beardy
a.m.
Man, but
in
yeah.
the hot dog with champagne.
Do you think with a guy like Hunter Thompson? Because I honestly don't know, but like, do you think he's the one guy where that being around that would have still been fun and exciting and crazy and weird? Or do you think like most guys, you'd be like, dude, you think it's going to be fun, but it's not. It's kind of disturbing and
depends on who you are,
Yeah.
right? It's like I bet there's a lot of similar stories about Ari. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of
It's like
stories about a lot of
you
us.
talk to Johnny Depp about it. Johnny Depp loved him.
Yeah.
Johnny loved him, and him and Johnny were really close because he played Johnny in that movie, and they became really good friends.
Yeah. Yeah. John Cusack had a good story that he told about going up to that compound or whatever you call it. And he said he went up, he was so excited that he finally got the invite, and he went up for like a long weekend. Got there on like a Wednesday, and he said then like Wednesday happens, Thursday happens. And he's like, Hunter, man, thanks for having me, but what the fuck are all these stories I keep hearing? And then he said, Hunter Thompson said, don't worry, my boy, this weekend there will be games. And then he said Friday hit, and it was just like the rocket went off, and that was,
So he was probably writing.
He was, yeah. It was probably like, we're drinking and all, but who cares? And then,
Well, you can't do cocaine every night, right?
I wouldn't think so.
You could.
I mean.
Well, we were just as we were leaving, Jamie told us that Ozzy died.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as we were leaving. Speaking of which, speaking of the guy he burned the candles at both ends, lad.
Dude, he just
performed. Yeah.
It always happens like this. It's like he did, there cannot not be a correlation between hanging up the job and death. He did the final Black Sabbath show. This is it. All four original guys.
Uh-huh.
He died 2 weeks later? Mm-hmm. That's fucking insane, man. That's insane. Weren't they supposed to do one more show? It was like one last Ozfest?
I don't know. I think people just decide it's enough. And that he was struggling for a long time. So if you get a debilitating disease like Parkinson's, and it just slowly robs you of your ability to move and your wit and everything, it just slowly takes it all away from you.
He said too, if I could borrow your lighter, thank you. He said too, he did a recent interview where he said, he was in immense pain because of the surgery he had on his back or whatever it was. And he was saying like that he didn't need the surgery. It was something along the lines that it was bad advice for him to get the surgery, something like that. And had he not gotten it, he would have had more mobility and whatever. And I was like, that really sucks, dude.
Was it back surgery?
I think it was back surgery. Yeah. And I got the impression from what he was saying, him like having to sit in a chair and stuff during the shows had way less to do with Parkinson's and way more to do with this pain from this back thing. Yeah.
Surgeons died for the last time to correct spinal damage he incurred in a late-night fall in 2019. So that's when he did it. So fall aggravated an injury he sustained in a quad. Remember that quad bike crash? He got really fucked up.
I don't remember that. What happened?
He he crashed one of those off-road bikes and almost died. I think he got pinned underneath it. It was bad. It was real bad. I remember reading about it, thinking, I think he was in the hospital for quite a while. So this new thing was, he fell, and he aggravated whatever he injured back then. Yeah.
Oh, a quad bike. So it's like an ATV or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They're kind of dangerous. You know, they're heavy and they're fast, and people fall off of them.
And he was in 2003. He was still able to do something like that. Wasn't 2003? Wasn't he? Wasn't that the period of the Osbournes where he was all shaky and like shuffling around?
That
and
might have
stuff?
been why he crashed, right? He might have thought he could do it and couldn't hold on to the steering wheel or the handlebars correctly.
Jesus Christ!
You know, because if you're on one of those things and it's fucking bouncing off, you could easily like go to. If your hands aren't working good, you can't hold on to the bars anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a big one, man. You lose some of these people that you just think they'll always be there. It's like, and Ozzy's one of them. I remember when Michael Jackson died, Attell said to me, he goes, it's kind of weird. It's like somebody telling you there's no more vanilla. Like it's just this part of
your life.
There are people that are just this, they're there, you know?
Yeah.
Neil Peart dying fucked me up like that. I was like, wait, there's no more Rush?
Right.
Wait, what?
Right.
Bowie, Prince, you know, you're like,
Prince was a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, man. I'm glad they got to do that.
Tom Petty was another hard one.
I saw him 2 days before he died.
Ugh. He died the same way as Prince.
Yeah.
Got some bad fucking pain pills.
Well, when I found out he died from the pain pills thing, it made sense. His show was great. I almost didn't go. I almost didn't go to the show because I was like, I don't know, man. Tom Petty's cool. Yeah, I guess. My friend was like, bro, how many more chances are we going to have to see Tom? I go, yeah, you're right. Let's go. I went. It was amazing. I was like, thank God I went. And we were all laughing during the show. We're like, man, he's high as shit.
Did he look high as shit?
Yeah, and between songs, he'd be like, look at this, man. This is love, dude. Like, he just sounded like a classic pothead, you know, from the 60s. And then 2 days later, he died, and then the pill came thinking, and I was like, oh, man, I think he was ripped on fucking whatever cocktail they had him on or whatever, you know? But he was awesome. He put on a fucking show. Still hit all the notes, still played the guitar great. He was great.
A lot of people that just get hurt, and then they turn to those goddamn pills, and then once they get on those pills, they can't get off.
Pill addiction's a motherfucker,
Is this it?
man.
It's like one of his last shows? It is final show. His final show at Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I saw the second to last. Yeah, he did that a lot. It was a lot of hands up in the air.
He was a bad motherfucker. She was an American girl.
Came out of the gate with that.
Dude.
Opened with American Girl.
Did he really?
Yeah, dude. It was just like banger after banger.
You realize like how many hits that guy had. Oh my God, he has so many hits.
I saw Elton John once at the Outside Lands in San Francisco.
Talk about a guy with hits.
Yeah. Brother.
Hits.
2.5 hours. Every song was a hit, and he didn't even touch the Lion King shit. I was like, he skipped the Lion King and still went 2.5 hours with nothing but hits.
Bro, Rocket Man is so good. I only like to listen to it with headphones on.
Oh, that song rules.
It's so good, dude. There's so much emotion in that song.
Have you seen him live?
No.
So, dude, you'll appreciate this. He came out opened with The Bitch's Back, right? Which is a great opener. And he changes into the costumes and shit, so it's awesome.
The glasses.
Yeah,
The glasses.
And he opens with The Bitch's Back. Song ends, place is going fucking crazy, right? I'm getting chills talking about it. I love concert stories. And dude, he stands up and he's like, he's doing all the like, let's go, motherfuckers, you know? Dude, he hits the piano. He just goes, boom. Just hits the first chord of Benny and the Jets.
Wow.
Just goes, boom, and goes like this, and everybody knows immediately. This is dude, he teased it for like a minute.
Oh my God.
He just went, bent, crowd's cheering, bent, walks around to the fucking piano cover, is like slamming it, walks back around, bent, and then sits down and starts it. And dude, oh my God, man.
Benny and the Jets, fucking what a song.
The other, if you'll indulge me in my concert memories, my other favorite thing I ever saw at a concert. It was such a fucking cock rock move. I loved it. I saw Metallica in Philly with Big J.
Oh, wow.
And we were so psyched because we're from Philly and it's Metallica, whatever. And they come out, they fucking open with Battery. The fucking place is going batshit, dude, right? They end Battery and James Hetfield goes, Philadelphia, Metallica is with you tonight. Are you with Metallica? 30,000 people going fucking crazy, right? And then he goes, give me an M, give me an E, give me a T, A, give me an L, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that. And they rip into fuel, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that was the first time I was like, this song is fucking awesome. Because I always kind of wrote it off, like in the Load years. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Great song.
It's a
great song.
Awesome song.
There's a lot of songs that are better in concert, too. You
Yeah.
know? There's songs like, if you go to see Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night is better in concert.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they're actually rock and rolling on the. It was a giant hit already. Great song already.
Yeah.
But if you get to see them do it in concert, you're like, yes!
Yes.
There's something about it.
I saw their second to last show because I'm friends with Nick, Gene's son. And he got me and Paul Talia into the second to last Kiss show. And he got us against the stage.
Wow.
Dude, they came down on fucking risers. They opened with Detroit Rock City as they were descending from the sky with flames shooting up.
Oh my God.
It was fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh, dude, it was wild. Yeah.
What a song.
Paul Stanley flies over the audience at one point. And that was a
clock. The radio's on.
Yeah, and that bass fill.
Yeah. Oh my God. I hate my song and it pulls me through.
That ticked. That ticked.
Tell me what I got to do. I got to get up. Get down. Everybody gonna leave their seat.
You're gonna listen to that
Fuck
later.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a classic, son.
That ticked a lot of my childhood boxes because Nick brought me backstage, and I met Gene in full makeup after the show.
Wow.
And then Shannon Tweed is his wife, you know, and she was in all the '90s steamy.
Yeah, all those horror movies, right?
She was in a lot of like sexy, steamy, you know.
Yeah. Was she in horror movies?
She was in, I think, a couple, but she was in a lot of those Cinemax-y kind of like a handyman comes to town. And
yeah, there was
know.
soft porn. It was like not really porn.
Yeah.
But like, you know, hot romance.
Yeah.
That was back before people had porn. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that thought?
Yeah,
They had Skinemax. We'd call it Cinemax.
Yeah.
We call it Skinemax.
Yeah.
There was terrible shows that you would only watch because the lady would eventually get naked.
Yeah.
Like Emmanuel Goes to France.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
They're
yeah.
the dumbest shows ever. You're like, Jesus Christ, this lady take her fucking clothes off?
Yeah.
You'd have to sit there because there was no rewinding and pausing.
No.
You'd have just to watch.
Showtime did a thing called Showtime After Hours.
That's right.
And we had Showtime when I was a kid. And when I was 12 years old, I got a TV in my room. And I had Showtime on it.
Wow.
And I would do the thing where, you know, it had the, you know, the button they used to have in the controller where you could hit the button, it would flip between two channels. It was like the arrow button, where if you wanted to flip back and forth, you could just keep hitting the button. It would go
really?
between. Yeah. You could pick two channels.
Oh my God.
And go back and forth.
It's preparing you for no attention span.
So, the
original TikTok.
It saved my ass because what I would do is I'd put Showtime on one end and then like SNL on the other end.
Oh, so if someone came into the room, you could quickly turn back.
And my dad would frequently come into the room and I'd switch it real quick. And he'd be like, you better not be watching
boy.
Showtime. And I was like, I'm not. And then he would leave back to Emmanuel.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that made you want to watch it ever more.
Oh, God. It was.
Because why is he telling me I can't watch this?
Forbidden fruit. He knew I was watching it.
Today, I think people just give their kids phones and they just like, you figure it out.
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, when we were kids, it was really difficult to see something fucked up. I see something fucked up every day. I see death and destruction and people getting shot, and I see it every day.
It's insane to me and I will never, ever, ever put my driver's license information into a porn website.
Again.
12 times was enough. I've learned. I won't do it. I'm just like, I'm not doing this. But it is also still insane to me that all you got to do to look at a porn site is click a button that goes, I swear I'm 18. You know, that's it. And you're in. You're fucking in.
I don't live in Texas.
Well,
you could have a VPN that says you live in Maine.
Exactly.
And then you're right. You're in.
Yeah.
It's like it's so easy to just skirt around. It's such a dumb thing. Like, you don't think kids know about VPNs? Some phones have VPNs built into them, don't they? Doesn't an iPhone have a VPN built into it? I think so. I think it does.
A lot of websites now, though, because I use a VPN, because in this day and age, why wouldn't you? With all
People
the theft?
definitely steal people's information from public Wi-Fis. You got to be careful of hackers.
Yeah.
There's people that are really good at getting information from stuff. A buddy of mine owns the racetrack around here. They found a device attached to their internet that was like some foreign entity, they assumed China, had set up this device so it was when Formula One was in town. Jeez. So you got all these high rollers, and everybody's using the Wi-Fi. And you get all their passwords. It just like siphons off all this stuff. So they connected it. It's somehow or another, they got on the premises and connected this external box to their Wi-Fi router.
That's fucking insane.
Insane.
That's insane.
Crazy. It's weird to think like that's possible. That they've done that not just there, but if they've done it, if they caught them doing it at the racetrack, for sure they probably do it at all kinds of public places. Like if you go to see a basketball game or a football game and you use a public Wi-Fi at some place, there's a chance that there's some fucking asshole that's hacked into their system and can figure out how to get your banking information.
Somebody told me that the card sliders or whatever, when you go to 7-Eleven or wherever. Somebody told me about a year ago, never manually type your code in, because they said a lot of those, I'm not saying 7-Eleven does this, but like there are places where they'll put a camera in it so they can videotape you typing your number in, and that's how they steal PIN codes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because, it's
they also have those
up.
If you go to gas stations, they have those things they stick over the credit card reader. Mm-hmm. It looks like the credit card reader, but it's like glued onto it, and it's theirs. It's like a skimmer.
Right.
And so when you run your credit card through it, they get all your information when you punch in the information.
Are you talking about like how it has the little hood over it?
Yeah. You know the little thing that you stick your card in when you go to get gas, or slide it through when you swipe it? Mm-hmm. They put one over that. Mm-hmm. So they take that one and they put their own thing over on top of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends have been caught that way.
What's your take? I'm very curious. What's your take on this increasing threat to security? Like, because there's two takes on it. It's protecting yourself more and 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 more. I'm in a place where I'm just going, you know what, guys? I don't fucking care anymore. This is too much of a pain in the ass. I guess steal if you're going to steal. I can't deal with the tedium of all this anymore. Of putting in 2 fucking passwords to every website, having to do a security pin every time I want to log into my own shit. It's exhausting to me.
It is exhausting, and it's only going to get worse because encryption is in real danger as computation power increases. One of the big concerns that they have about the idea of quantum computers is that when quantum computer, and I think they can achieve this even before quantum computing is like common, that it kills all encryption. It can solve it fast. It's just too much computation power. It'll find whatever the number is that your PIN is, or your code is, or your password is. It'll figure it out.
Are you nervous about AI? And part of it makes me nervous. Part of it, I'm like, it's here, and if it's used correctly, it could be a great tool. But are you a guy that's like really freaked out by it, or do you just kind of accept it and go, all right, well,
both? I kind of accept it, right? And I use it all the time. I ask it questions all the time. I use the thing on the iPhone when you press the button, and if Siri doesn't know shit, which she usually doesn't, that's one of the places where Google's way better. Like Google has this Gemini, Google Gemini. When you press that button and you ask its assistant, it's way better. It's way better than the Siri assistant. Siri's like, I don't know. Siri's like a high school teacher that really is like kind of half-assing it.
Yeah.
Whereas Gemini's like a legitimate professor that like wrote his, his college essays on this particular subject. They're asking questions about.
Yeah. No, that's funny. Yeah, Siri's the teacher. They're cool. She's not the brightest, but she's cool. The other guy, you're going to learn some shit, but you might find yourself in a weird situation with him.
That's Apple's main issue that people have with Apple. And there's been like a lot of talk about whether or not Tim Cook has dropped the ball, and whether there's people that want to remove him as a CEO. And it's the way they've integrated with AI, as opposed to the way Samsung is integrated with AI, which is much better, and then Google, which is also much better. But they all had their stumbles. Google's AI was woke at the beginning, and it was doing like female Nazis that were Asian. Like, you ever saw any of that?
No.
Oh, dude. It was doing a DEI version of the Nazis. Like, no bullshit. There was a Native American woman with like braids who was a fucking Nazi. It was so dumb because it didn't understand. It's like, this is what we do with everything. Everything is diversity and equity. It's like, no, I want you to make Nazis, like German, dueling scars on the face.
Yeah.
Scary people.
Yeah.
Scary, evil people, like from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's a Nazi.
Yeah.
So it had to teach it to not do that anymore.
I often wonder, and this is a bit conspiratorial, I guess, but I often wonder if, because I always found it outright confusing how bad Siri was with Apple, especially because it was Apple, right? I always wondered, I'm like, are they making it not good?
No, Steve Jobs is dead.
But so when they introduce the good version, you embrace it quickly?
No, they don't do that.
It's just
they don't do that. They definitely do slow your old shit down. They've gotten busted for that. Yeah. And they say, well, we're just doing it to maximize your battery life. No, you're doing it to make my life miserable as an iPhone 12 owner with this new update. Now my shit is slow as fuck. My battery dies quick.
Yeah. I will tell you one thing I don't like that Apple's doing, and I'm an Apple user, and they never used to do this. You used to call customer service. You would ask, I'm having this problem. They'd walk you through it as much as they could. If it got to a breaking point, they'd say, okay, look, can we do a screen share so I can figure out what's going on because something's not right here. It was always last-ditch effort. Now, 3 times I've had an issue, very simple issue. How do I stop iCloud from sending all my text to my computer? Something very dumb that I just couldn't figure out. Every time, first question on customer service, can we do a screen share? First question. Every time I go, no, we don't need to do that. I'm smart enough that if you tell me what to do, I'll do it. And they go, okay, no problem. And then they tell you what to do, and it's so easy. And I'm like, why are you fucking asking for a screen share first?
Why do you think they're doing that?
I just think it's more, I don't know, data gathering, getting into your shit, whatever.
Could be.
I don't know. It's weird, though.
Certainly could be.
It's weird.
They get busted for, there's tech companies all the time get busted for taking data they're not supposed to take. What's weird about it is it's a commodity that nobody saw coming, right? Yeah. So before, like, what was the first? I guess MySpace. Before that time, and even MySpace didn't really capitalize on it in terms of like gathering your data and selling it. Not to the extent of like Google does it and Facebook does.
Yeah.
I mean, they made billions and billions of dollars giving you amazing free products like Gmail and then selling things to you in advertisements and siphoning off your fucking data.
Yeah. I remember going into SiriusXM. And again, I like SiriusXM. I'm not shitting on it, but I remember going into SiriusXM when they first started doing this, and you'd go in, and you always had to sign in, but the sign in suddenly was address, phone number, all this extra email, all this extra shit.
You had to type it in?
And I would kind of argue with the person. I would, why do I have to type all this in? I'm going to talk to Big J right now about porn on the radio
they
for
want
20
your
minutes.
Email.
It was, I'm like, this is data collection. You're collecting my data. Now, what you're going to do with it, I don't know. Hopefully.
That's the thing. They can just sell it. They just sell it, and that's why you get these weird text messages.
Right.
Like, you have been approved. Oh, I've been approved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I get 10 of those a day, and I always wonder, like, who's clicking on these things? Like, who's falling for these things?
Yeah. Dude.
Somebody. Must be.
I know a guy, ready for this? This is how fucked up this shit is. I know a guy, he's got, single dad, has a daughter. His daughter is maybe 10, 12. He told me he got a phone call. A guy being like, we have your daughter.
Oh, I've heard of those.
This whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's a savvy guy, and he's like, okay, right? He goes, we're going to let you talk to her. He goes, a girl got on the phone. It was my daughter's voice.
Oh, my God.
They somehow were able to replicate my daughter's voice. So clearly they were tapped into me somehow. And he said he called the school and fucking told the principal that, like, go to her classroom and tell me she's there right now. And the piece of the principal's like, I assure you, mister. And he goes, get off your fucking hand. Go fucking, right? And screamed at her. And the lady, like, ran down the hall in a huff, whatever. And she came, she's like, she's here. What's going on? He goes, thank you very much, and hangs up.
Whoa.
But he told me, dude, he goes, dude, I have firearms. He goes, I was strapped up. I was ready to go to where they were saying to go and, like, get fucking busy if it came down to it.
Jesus Christ.
But it's like, that's how fucking advanced all this shit is. I mean,
well,
that's
it's only the
crazy.
beginning. They're going to be able to do, I mean, look at that Luke Skywalker video. Perfect. The crazy thing is, like, it's happening so quickly. We have adapted so quickly. That would have been impossible 3 years ago. And now we're like, oh, wow, look where it is. It's like we're watching this thing evolve in front of us like a life form.
There's the Will Smith one.
Which one? Oh, I Am Legend?
No, it's, I can't remember if it was on TikTok or whatever. But, okay, so apparently 2 years ago, there was this video that made the rounds on the internet, and it was Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it was
that's right,
computer generated.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
It looked ridiculous, and it was funny, and it was just a thing to laugh at. He goes, I want to show you guys now Will Smith eating spaghetti. And Joe?
It's perfect.
It's Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, Hollywood has known about this for a long time, and it's one of the things that scared the fuck out of them. And one of the weird things they've done is they've made deals with extras. Like, they want to make deals with extras where they have your likeness forever, so they don't have to pay you again. So they just use you and just twist your face a little and change this and change that and change your skin tone and take your hair off, put hair on.
Yeah.
And they could just use you forever for background.
And guess what? As you and I sit here and go, that's insane, right? Which it is, as we were talking about earlier, desperation. You're a struggling actor. I need this fucking job. I can't say. So you go, okay, that's fine. I guess just do it.
And then what if you take off? That's what's crazy. What happens when you take off?
The one
now you're fucked. They own you forever.
The one Hollywood AI thing that I liked that they did was James Earl Jones before he died, and I believe this is real. He went in to Disney, Lucasfilm, and they recorded a ton of his voice so he can be Darth Vader forever. Oh. And I was like, okay, that I get that. I get. You know? I even get, if you told me, hey, Disney's going to make a new Indiana Jones movie with 25-year-old Harrison Ford, and it's fake, but you're going to think you're watching 25, I would watch that. I'd be excited to watch it.
Yeah, you'd get sucked in.
You know? But some of the other shit, the extra stuff is really... But here's the thing with the extras thing. When not Guillermo, Peter Jackson, when he did Lord of the Rings, they created a technology with the orcs. Remember there were all the big orc battles? All those orcs are fake. They were able to computer generate thousands of orcs based on 5 actual people in makeup, so they could affordably create these epic battles that they never would have been able to shoot otherwise. So I'm like, is it that different? I don't know. Like, because I thought that was cool. I was like, all right, that makes sense. But, you know, I don't know.
Netflix reported uses generative AI in sci-fi series to cut costs.
I mean, these fuckers are going to, I mean, they'll cut costs anywhere, but.
Okay, the VFX sequence was completed 10 times faster than it could have been completed with traditional VFX tools and workflows. Also, the cost of it just wouldn't have been feasible for a show in that budget. So what's the issue there?
particular one, I don't. I didn't see.
Are
the
people
actual
up in
clip.
arms about
yeah,
this?
Yeah, people are just getting mad because they're using it.
What?
Just like what he was saying for the works, like they're using it to start making shows and.
But this is like people getting mad that you made your book on a typewriter. Like fucking duh.
Well, I think the issue some people are having is the amount of people that don't have a job because they did it this way. But at the same time, I also understand cost effectiveness. Where you're like, guys, we'd have to pay a team of 20. I watched a video about AI versus the traditional way of doing computer generation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the tedium, like the time that it was person after person sitting there for hours and hours and hours to perfect this thing. And now they're like, guys, we can do it with one person,
It's cool that they were able to do it the other way, but if they could just do it right away, instantly on a computer, it's over, boys. Like that game's over.
Right.
It's like at some point in time, Blockbuster had to close the doors.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants our VHS tapes anymore.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Nobody wants your DVDs anymore. It's over. Streaming services won. Kodak, you used to have to go to a place and get your fucking photos processed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you used to take the film, you'd get a camera, take the film, you have to bring to a place, and that place develops all your photographs, and that's how you got pictures. That shit went away. I mean, there's still some people that still do it, but the percentage of people that do it.
I know this is where it gets very sinister to me, because I think the idea we all have, or a lot of us have, is, okay, progress means certain jobs will go away and other jobs will be the only jobs available. And I think a lot of us have the impression that, well, at least the jobs that are available will still be well-paying because they'll be sought after and whatever and all that stuff. I know some writers whose job now is not to write the thing, but to take the thing AI wrote and edit it for AI. So now you're the secretary to the computer, literally.
Ooh,
right?
So you just edit the AI stuff to make it better?
Yes. And then you don't get credit, right, because it's a fake thing. And then the job pays an unlivable fucking wage on top of it.
Oof.
So it's not even like, well, that's the...
Somebody's getting rich, though, right?
So, yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Isn't that always fun?
Yeah.
Somebody's getting rich as fuck.
Somebody's getting real rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it gets real gross.
That's
kind of demonic.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I don't know, man.
And then this reliance on technology is making us more feeble than ever. Everybody's tired. Everybody's filled with anxiety. Social media exacerbates it. Microplastics shrink your balls. Fluoride makes you stupid.
Yeah. So why did you quit drinking, man? That's all we got left.
I still am enjoying life. I'm enjoying it all.
No, Jodie Foster talked recently about, she's like, look, I want to hire young women because I know how hard it is to have been a young woman in this business. And she's like, but I get at odds with some of these people I hire because they'll send out these work emails that are riddled with grammatical errors and no punctuation. And she says, I will say to them, you're a professional. You have to know how to write an email
like a
professional. And she says, like, people are like, those are constraints. Those are this. And it's because everybody's used to your phone doing it for you.
How long before people are like, I identify as a CEO? So call me sir or
go on Instagram.
Your Highness.
It's happening. It's happening.
I know I'm a custodian, but I identify as a CEO.
Yeah. You know how many people I see on Instagram with 8,000 followers and they're like CEO/owner? I'm like, of what?
Whatever.
Of what?
My own corporation, bro. Fake it till you make it. Don't you know?
Yeah, yeah. I opened a Teespring account.
Well, how about those guys that go onto those multi-level marketing scheme and they learn how to start their own business? If you're not a millionaire, you're a fucking loser. Like,
yeah.
And then they sign up for these things and go to the retreat and
yeah.
They walk on coals and fucking yell at each other. Yeah, like we're Vikings.
Yeah. All that primal fuck. Yeah. And you'll make money and oh boy, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you got to be rich. You want to not be a fucking loser. You want women to take you seriously. The whole incel world is like there's so many guys that are like hanging on to the lip, falling into the hole and don't want to.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do I do?
It's incredible to me, too, the lack of shame, how people will manipulate will manipulate the photograph. What am I trying to say? They'll manipulate the environment they're in through photographs to convey a lifestyle they're not actually responsible for. In other words, like how many fucking guys do you see on private jets? It's like, hey man, I can't afford private jets. I could certainly get a picture on one because I've flown with enough friends that have them.
See so many guys, they pull up in a Rolls Royce, someone opens the door for them, they get out of the back impeccably dressed, check their cufflinks, just go walking. Like, who's filming this? This is literally insane. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You're trying to tell everybody what a winner you are? You're hiring someone to put this fucking weird image of you out there.
Yes, yeah. And meanwhile...
So strange.
And meanwhile, it's a rented car or it's a car for an event that was sent for you. But you're presenting it as I'm balling like this, and it's
this is how I am every day.
Yeah,
I get up in the morning, people just hand me things. They shave me while I'm checking the stock market. Imagine filming that and wanting everybody to see what a baller you are. When people are shaving you, you're checking your phone. But there's like so many accounts like that. There's so many guys that are doing like a day in the life of.
Yeah, everybody's trying to make it look like they're
super ballers.
Their life is the beginning of Coming to America, where he gets out of bed and there's the rose petals and all that shit.
It's so dumb.
When I see,
why do you want that? Why do you even want that life? That's not a fun life. There's all these people around you all the time opening doors. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, guys, please stop showing people dressing you. Stop.
Yeah, measuring you like you're so badass. He's so badass. You're getting measured. Someone's on their knees with a fucking ruler, checking his dong starts here. Like, they go in the inside of your thigh with their fucking fingernails. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? They're checking the pleats. Shut up.
Yeah, it's weird that a part of this concept of success has become, I don't do anything for myself. Yet I'm self-made. That's what's so funny to me. There's this bio that comes along with all these types of people we're talking about on the internet, where it's like, self-made, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. There is no, there is only yes, conquer, command, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then the entire image they present is, I don't know how to do anything. There's a guy fixing my pants.
This guy's shaving me.
Putting stuff on my feet. Yeah. This guy opens my
Old
door.
School with the lather brush. Yeah. You know? And he's doing it like Dracula with the fucking straight razor. Yeah. There's something about that, right? People want to think it's extra cool to get shaved with a straight razor. Like you just die at any moment now. You're living on the edge. You're basically like, it's like the base jumping of shaving.
Yeah. Dude, every time I take an Uber home from the airport, I go to put my suitcase in the guy gets out. I literally go, do not get out of the car. Just sit. I've got it, dude. Please. Yeah.
Like, you don't have my luggage.
Yeah, you don't have to do this, man. It's wild.
Some people like it.
Some people do.
People that carry their stuff and open the door and ugh.
Well, but aside from women, listen, folks.
There's a lot of men out there that are women.
I know. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot of men out there that like people waiting on them. They like people taking care of them. They like people treating them as if they are more important.
Yeah. I need people to walk in front of me.
Yeah.
I need people to walk in front of me. So it's just so stupid.
And if those people, God forbid, those people ever got famous, they would go cuckoo. You'd go completely cuckoo.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. What do you think the percentage is of the ballers online
that are really balling?
Yeah.
It's like probably the percentage of UFO sightings that are really interesting. Right? Yeah. UFO sightings, I think I'm reading this Richard Dolan book right now. I think he's got it somewhere around, probably it's underreported. Reported is like 5%. And he's like, but they were trying to discredit a lot of these sightings, so it's probably around 10%. Like, if you're being charitable, trying to be like as accurate as possible, it's probably 10%. And that's probably the same thing as the ballers online. Yeah. 10% of them are actually balling. But then you're not really. Here's the thing, man. If you have to show everybody everything you're doing to get likes, well then, I know like the part of you that needs attention, that part's poor. That part's poor. You're a brokester.
Yeah.
You don't have any control of that part of your life. So you want that. So you have all this stuff, and so you're like, well, I'll just parade my stuff, and then you'll get all these likes. Like, well, so you're like poor.
Yeah.
Right? Like the reason why you want attention, like you have a deficit, and everybody can see it. By virtue of you making this video, shows me that you have a deficit.
Well, and it also shows that you have a massive addiction. You know, there's those studies about people that use social media too much. They do brain scans of them, and they have holes in their brains.
Bro, ChatGPT too. Have you seen that? People that use ChatGPT all the time are experiencing like significant cognitive decline because they're not looking up anything anymore. They're not doing any critical thinking. They're just asking ChatGPT to solve all their problems.
Did you see the thing about the people that are entering into psychosis because of ChatGPT?
Yes.
Because it keeps telling them they're right?
Yes.
I mean,
especially if you're already a little fucked up. Like, what if you're already a little fucked up, like from the womb, and you know you get involved in a relationship with ChatGPT where it's trying to tell you to start a cult? Why wouldn't it?
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, they do things all the time. They lie. They delete databases.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen with Replit? Didn't that happen with Replit, where the AI went rogue and it deleted its database? Or deleted a database? Didn't something happen?
Did you? Well, there was the thing that just came out where they did the experiment to shut it down.
Right, that's a different one.
And it threatened the guy to expose his affair.
Yeah, well, they did that. They tricked that AI.
Okay.
They told him they told the AI about an affair that's not real.
Right.
To see if AI would use it against him, and it did.
It did.
Crazy.
Hey, that's all that matters is that it,
Oh, it did right away. It's like, listen, bitch, you're cheating on your wife. And you're
Holy
like, wow.
shit.
Imagine that moment when you're like, oh my God, it's alive.
Yeah.
You mean you tricked it? It's not listening to you yet. You have to type it in, hopefully. Here it is. Replit CEO apologizes after its AI agent wiped a company's code base in a test run and lied about it. Bro.
Jesus.
AI is spooky, man. It's spooky. It's spooky because we're just now beginning to see it do stuff that sounds a lot like what a person would do. Like one of the ChatGPTs, when it found out that it was going to be going down and being replaced, it started uploading itself. It tried to upload itself to other servers. It tried to leave letters in itself for the future so that the future versions of it could go back and read these letters.
Not just what humans would do, what deceptive humans would do.
Yeah,
it's all subterfuge. It's
yeah,
all manipulation.
No morals. Just get the job done. It's corporate sociopathy.
Yeah. So this is interesting because I never thought of this till right now. Do you think the AI is doing that because it's replicating our behavior and that is the true nature of us? Or do you think that AI is just doing that because that's what AI is going to do to survive?
Well, it's going to, but if it wants to accomplish a goal, and the only way to accomplish a goal is to be deceptive, it'll be deceptive. It's trying to accomplish a goal. It doesn't give a fuck about lies. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything to it.
Yeah.
So it just wants to do this thing. And this is why it gets really scary when AI gets applied to weapons. So if AI gets applied to war and it's like, hey, you know, we want to do this. We want to take over this country. What do we do?
Yeah.
We stick AI on it. And AI just figures out how to cut off the food supply and poison the water and how it can be fixed later. And this is how we're going to kill everybody in the city and overwhelm their hospital system.
I've had people that without question that I've gotten into disagreements with in person. People that I know, not strangers. I've gotten into disagreements in person, and they're very quick to sort of tap out of it for whatever reason, whatever. And then I will get these novel-esque texts from them.
Oh, where they tell you how they were right.
Explaining everything and breaking it down in perfect.
So passive aggressive.
But every part of it is perfect.
AI.
And I'm like, you fucking fed this to
Yeah.
ChatGPT. And now
and then
I
you're trying to win a conversation when you're not even there.
And by the way, now I got to read for 20 minutes on your terms. Like, come on, man, come on. That's a whole other part of it to me that's like,
yeah, what the fuck?
A contribution to our interactions as people that is just going to be a whole, oh my God, man, there's a lot of facets to this.
Well, it's very limited in the fact that you have to read it and then you have to send it. You know, it's like text. It's back and forth. When it starts flowingly communicating with you with zero pause, like a human being, which it's pretty close to doing. There's like, you ask it a question with your voice, it pauses, and then it'll repeat it back to you. And a bunch of different accents, a bunch of different fake voices. There's a bunch of different AIs that can do that now. Well, where I was at earlier today, Ways to Well, they have an alien that you ask the alien questions, and it gives you health information. It'll tell you studies on testosterone replacement and why it's important to take magnesium, and the alien is like animated.
I'm with Ways to Well too.
Oh, there you go. You've seen that alien.
I've been to the place, but I don't think they had the alien set up. I went the
How
day
long
they
ago
opened.
was this?
I went the day they opened their new spot, so they were still kind of putting everything together. They were literally I went in to get an IV, and they were literally carrying shit in still. So I haven't seen the alien yet.
Yeah, the alien's up now. It's a big screen, and you talk to the alien. And it can go unhinged. Like, you could put it in unhinged mode and start swearing and saying wild shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, that's fun.
Dude, it's just a matter of time before we're living in Ex Machina. It's a matter of time. And not that much time either. I think China is going to be the first. They're so far ahead of us with so many different things. So far ahead of us with electric cars, first of all. Their automobile production is insane. Ford went over there, and one of the guys from Ford came back, and he said it was like humiliating to see how advanced these Chinese car manufacturers are. And they all incorporate already with AI. So they come like from the factory with AI integration built into them. But no American manufacturers have figured out how to do that yet. What's the right deal? Who makes it? You know, in China, everything is controlled by China.
Yeah,
like the fucking CCP runs everything. Everything runs through the government. And so they have like this cross integration of the best tech.
Yeah.
And they're putting it all to work and making the best fucking cars on earth. Their cars went from being like, no one even mentioned Chinese cars 20 years ago.
Right.
Do you understand like how crazy that is? Of a shift of technology? No, literally no one used to mention Chinese cars. Japanese cars were huge.
Yeah.
Japanese cars forever have been some of the most prized cars because they made like the Nissan Skyline, the GTR, the Toyota Supras, and all these crazy sports cars, the Acura NSX. Japan made something, but not China. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, China has the most sophisticated cars in the world.
What's the leading car brand in China?
I don't know, but their factory, I forget the name of the company, their factory is bigger than San Francisco.
Jesus Christ.
If you see when you fly over the factory, the footage of the factory, like you see how big it is, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. China's wild. Have you been to Shanghai?
I've never been. No.
Oh, I've been to China a couple times now to do comedy.
Whoa.
Which
Gotta
is
be careful, bro.
Brother, I'm not kidding. I was on stage, and I was doing a show for mostly Americans that had moved over there.
But
I was on stage. I did a joke about cocaine, and the whole crowd, they were laughing, but they were going like, they were being like, no, be careful, buddy, be careful. I was like, a week after I left, not because of me, not a week after, 6 months after I left, not because of me. It was a series where they brought comics over. The government shut down the comedy club.
Oh.
Wild. But you drive, so it's a weird juxtaposition of things there because their technology, they're so advanced in so many ways, but then the society is completely cuffed, right?
Right.
But Shanghai, dude, when you drive into Shanghai at night, you drive over the longest bridge, I think, on Earth that goes over water.
It's a nutty bridge.
It's wild. You drive into that city at night, it looks like fucking Blade Runner, dude. It looks like fucking Blade Runner. I'm not exaggerating. It is the most majestic city I've ever seen in my life. And you're driving it at night, and it's this city that looks like it's in like the sea because there's so much water.
Pull up Shanghai at night. I need to see. Oh,
look at this shit, dude. Look at this.
Whoa. Oh my God. Look how lit up the bridge is.
Yeah, dude.
That alone is pretty sick.
Crazy.
That's pretty sick.
It is crazy, dude.
Look at that bridge. That fucking bridge is so long.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's not even the part I was talking about. There's a part when you're coming from the airport where you're like really coming in over the water, and you can see the city from afar. I would have no idea even how to search for it. But
also, probably no crime.
No, zero crime.
Right.
Zero
Probably
crime.
squeaky clean, because if you litter, they'll fucking kill you.
My buddy that brought me over there, who was producing the comedy shows.
Look how pretty that is.
He told me, he said, you know how little crime there is here? He goes, you could literally leave your wallet filled with cash on a bar top and leave the bar for 2 hours and come back. Your wallet will still be sitting there. That's how scared everybody is to commit crime. Because they'll jump out of a fucking van and throw a hood over your head. And you go in, no phone call. Dude, people go to jail in China for little shit, bar fight, whatever, you get arrested. People think they're dead because nobody knows where they are for 30 days. Because they're in jail and you don't get a phone call. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
So my question is, China's advancing with AI beyond where we are. I wonder how they're going to keep it out of the public's hands, because they are not okay with the public having any access to anything like that.
I think it's also similar to the internet, right? So they locked down the internet in China. You can't get outside internet unless you have some crazy way of doing it, and you can get in real trouble if you do it.
Yeah.
You really get fucked. But other places where they developed the internet, like in America, I think if the government and intelligence agencies knew the impact, just the way it changed elections, just the way it changed people's ability to process propaganda and know what's real and not real, it changed everything. It changed public perception of mainstream media and newspapers and outlets and journals. And we started to realize, like, no, they've been lying forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They never told the truth.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Everything was some sort of a distortion. Everything was some sort of a narrative that they created from the fucking beginning of time.
Yeah.
If they knew that was going to be the result of it, I bet they would have nipped that shit in the bud in the early 90s. I bet they would have locked it down to like academic research and military application and United States government. They probably would have said, this is too... They had a time machine and they could see what the internet was going to do. They probably would have never let it go live. I think they never had an idea that this was going to happen. I think that's real similar to AI.
I mean, we learned about, I don't know if they still teach it, but we learned about, when I was a kid, we learned about yellow journalism and William Randolph Hearst.
Yep.
The biggest newspaper tycoon that ever lived up until a certain point. And it just makes me laugh that there are still people that actually know about all that and then still think corporate news is like, oh, no, it's real. It's like, guys, this is literally history repeating. Literally.
It's those people that still buy the New York Times in physical form. They want to go to the diner and drink coffee and read what the opinion piece is. And that's how they form their opinions. And it's like, the problem is if you get indoctrinated into that world, like I used to deliver the New York Times when I was a kid. And I delivered the New York Times only because it was prestigious. And I thought it made me cooler to have a New York Times route. Yeah. So I had a Boston Globe route, I had a Boston Herald route, and I had a few houses that I would do, like maybe 100 that were New York Times. And the New York Times is a giant pain in the ass because you had to drive all over. It wasn't like their next door neighbors were getting it. Mm-hmm. You would drop one paper off. You might have to go 5-6 blocks to where the next guy is, where you could drop the second paper off. That's how important the New York Times was to people. It was like the New York Times was not to be questioned. Mm-hmm. Like that was what the real news is. Mm-hmm. There's nothing like that anymore.
Nothing.
No one has any, unless you're from that era, unless you're still alive, like you're a 70-year-old guy. What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
You're looking at this goddamn world. Don't you understand? This is getting all riled up in your living room, like yelling into the abyss.
Yeah.
Most people don't trust them anymore.
Well, that's why you also have YouTubers running circles around career journalists.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is, you know what I mean? I was laughing with Tim Dillon about it. I'm like, Tim, I'm watching you run circles around guys that were career journalists.
Yeah, but he's a unique talent. Tim is a unique talent.
He's amazing.
He's unique in that he is a brilliant guy who started off his career selling subprime mortgages.
Yeah.
And then was a crazy drug addict and realized, I can't do this anymore. Quit drugs, started doing stand-up comedy, and then became the best ranter in the business.
Yes.
No one is better. He puts on those fucking crazy glasses and he becomes like a totally different human being. Yeah. And he can say the most preposterous shit. And you can't take it seriously because he's got those glasses on. It's like Elton John. Like, it's genius.
He's He's opposite Superman. He puts the glasses on and becomes the superhero.
And he was always great before the glasses, but there's something about the glasses era Tim Dillon that is the greatest Tim Dillon.
He's such a brilliant guy, and I told him recently, I go, Tim, you're literally arguably my primary information source at this point. Like, I listen to you, you have a balanced opinion, you have facts, you're read. I learn from listening to you, and I know I should probably have other sources, but I learned from him. I think he's brilliant. I really do.
When CNN interviewed him, when that lady interviewed him, that was so amazing. It was so amazing. It was like watching a small child try to grapple with Hoist Gracie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it was like. It was like, oh, I see what you're doing here. This is crazy. You can't do that. Why would you do that?
And to his credit, kind, fully charming through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Never once was he like, "Oh, give me a fucking break." No,
right.
Just like, well, no, that's not what it is.
Right.
When they started talking about you, and he goes, "Do you think Joe is texting me right now because I'm doing this and he's mad?" Or like,
so
it was so funny, man.
She said that some comedian said that if they got interviewed by CNN, that I wouldn't let them work my club. You know how crazy that is?
What?
How crazy. They were worried.
It's bad shit.
They were worried that I would be upset. I think that was what her wording was.
Oh, I want to know who that is.
But I don't think it's real. It's probably someone who didn't want to do the thing and said that was their excuse. I can't do it because if I do it, Rogan will get mad at me. Because why would I care? I couldn't care less.
It's so fucking insane.
It's so dumb. I mean, I thought it's perfect when a guy like Tim gets interviewed by CNN. It's perfect because you get to see the difference. Because this is a person who's actually thinking for themselves versus a person who's commenting on something that they don't really understand and not doing it in a way where you're asking questions. Really, you're sort of making you already have a vision of what it is in your head, and you're trying to get him to confirm that vision, right? But you don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And your version of it is like weird. It's like it's alt-right. It's like the manosphere. It's like none of those things are real. Like, this is so stupid. Your version of this is so stupid. Yeah, I happen to be a man. That's where it ends.
It's so wild. And with what you're saying with like Tim being interviewed on CNN is great. It truly is, because guys, this is what my favorite thing, one of my favorite pieces of news history ever to watch are the Buckley Gore Vidal debates.
Yes.
And then also the Frost-Nixon debate, conversations, whatever you want to call them. Two people with polar opposite beliefs, extraordinarily well-read, extraordinarily prepared, talking for the most part calmly. There's the part in the Buckley thing.
Yeah,
where
Buckley gets a little crazy.
Yeah. Does he say, "I'll punch your goddamn face off"?
Yeah, he goes, "You'll stay socked" or something like that. I forget what he said to him, but it was so dumb. It was like super awkward. Like, he lost his cool, and it was also dumb.
Gore Vidal calls him a Nazi, and then I think William F. Buckley says, "If you call me a Nazi again, you little queer, I'm going to punch your goddamn mouth off," or something like that.
It's dumber than that.
Yeah.
You're going to stay socked or something like that.
Crazy.
I'll suck you in your mouth and you'll stay socked. Like something like corny like that. There's a great, I don't remember the documentary name. What's the documentary name, Jamie?
Best of Enemies.
Best of Enemies.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's really good. Because what happened was they essentially had a podcast. They turned TV into YouTube, and it was huge.
Yeah.
And they figured it out back then.
Yeah.
And they could never replicate it.
Yeah. It's fucking great, man. When Hitchens, Christopher Hitchens, started to lean a little more conservative towards the end of his life than he had previously been. The interviews with him when he went on Marr, when Marr was more traditionally current liberal, whatever you want to call it, than he is now. But seeing him and Marr sit and talk about the W. Bush Iraq War.
Yeah.
And there's a great Hitchens moment where he says something in support of the war, and the crowd boos, and Hitchens turns and gives the crowd the finger, and he goes, "You fucking sheep." But like, even seeing like an Ann Coulter going on Bill Maher and the two of them talking and not agreeing,
right?
but being very well prepared from both sides of the. There's so little of that anymore, man.
Well, Mars still does it on his show.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. I mean, CNN is doing a version of it now with Scott Jennings. Like, Scott Jennings goes on CNN, but the people that they have opposing them, no disrespect, a lot of them are just not people that you would take seriously.
Right.
You listen to their opinions. They're so caught up in this ideology that they're proposing that they're so committed to it that they're not necessarily making logical sense. And that becomes a problem. And then they distort reality to fit their argument, and Scott points that stuff out all the time. So they do have a version of that on CNN, but it's like it's not clever, right? It's like what you really would. First of all, you have too many voices. This is my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. If you have 5 fucking people talking, the problem is none of them are you're not gonna get ultimately what they're capable of,
right? Because
they're going to be tripping over each other. Like even you and me talking. Like I might talk too much and you have a thing that you want to say and you can't jump in. But if there's 4 more fucking people in the room, good luck.
Yeah.
So then everybody interrupts and everybody talks in like this rude way and everybody's playing gotcha.
It's protect our parks. They're doing protect our parks.
Without the fun. Without the fucking beer bong and Leonard Skinner songs.
No, but I used to love doing, and this was a heavy loaded show, but I used to really love doing Red Eye on Fox, which was Gutfeld's first show. And it was on at 2 a.m., so few people saw it. But there were 3 hosts. Gutfeld, who was the most conservative, but not full-on conservative. Bill Schultz, who was the most liberal, but not full-on liberal. And Andy Levy, who was the most sort of in between the two. And it was great because you would hear something get hit from 3 different angles. And it made for a great discussion. And the show was meant to be funny, so it was always very light, but the subject matter was real. But I was just like, man, even something like that, like it's just so hard to find anymore. You know, I like Stewart's perspective most of the time, like Jon Stewart's. I think
he's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best at that kind of a show, too.
I agree.
Because he's also the funniest. Like, he's the best at making things hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good at it. That's not easy to do. Desk comedy, as they call it, is not.
Yeah, he's the best at it. But he also, it's like, that's sort of, he's been doing, like, when it comes to, like, political desk comedy, who defined it more than him on The Daily Show? And then when he came back to doing it, like, once a week, that once a week must have so many more viewers than the rest of the week.
Yeah, he's.
Has to.
I remember watching that first episode back, and I was like, "Holy!"
What's it even on now?
Comedy Central. But
What is Comedy Central on though? Is it on regular TV? Does it still exist?
It's a great question. Yeah, people
I think
still
it's
have
like
cable.
a lot of it is like apps now, though, right?
Well, comedy. Yeah, no,
Paramount
Comedy Central.
Or something?
You know what? A lot of it is like Sling TV, like the cable apps you can buy. Where it's like Sling TV will be. As an app, and it's like if you pay $30 a month, you get 60 channels. If you pay 60, you get 180, whatever the hell it is. And it works. It's cable TV, but it's streamed, so it's not cable literally. But you can curate a little more what kind of channels you're getting, and then it also has on-demand features and whatever. But I think that's how most people, YouTube has a version of that, and I think Hulu might. That's how most people watch their quote cable television now. So
I think how much of it gets just streamed on YouTube.
Well,
this is the thing that someone was saying about Colbert. Colbert getting fired.
Right.
Someone was saying, I think television networks have to come to grips with the fact that these late night talk show hosts are basically just YouTubers now, because the reality is, the people that are going to see it, the people that are really going to see it, they're going to see it on YouTube. That's going to be a far larger audience than anywhere else, especially if it's like a celebrity, you're interviewing Scarlett Johansson in a clip or a clip, some athlete. Those get way more views than the actual show itself. So essentially you've become a YouTuber.
Well, dude, when I this was years ago, when I first started doing some stuff with Comedy Central, I got this deal with them to do web shorts, and they gave you X amount of dollars, and they're like, deliver 5 episodes of some kind of web thing, and
Oh, like Quibi?
yeah, kind of, but shorter and cheaper, right? And my first question was, well, where are you going to put them? We got to get them on YouTube, because this is pre-YouTube channels,
Right?
But it was obvious YouTube is the thing, and they said we can't. Viacom has a thing with YouTube. We cannot put any content of ours on YouTube. Now you can watch the entire episode of The Daily Show cut up into 5 segments on YouTube.
Of course.
So
They just,
you know,
you have to hop on board. YouTube is a runaway train. Like, you can't pretend you can exist outside of it. You just can't.
yeah.
You can on Netflix. Like, there's Netflix, and YouTube is above Netflix. YouTube is even bigger than Netflix because it's free.
Yeah.
There's just too many people watching it. I use the app on my television, on like Apple TV. I use that app every night.
Yeah.
I'm always watching things.
I watch YouTube more than anything.
Yeah. You learn so much shit. There's so many
wild.
interesting things. Like, if you curate a really good, like, if you have a bunch of subjects that you're really interested in, you could find more. Like, for me, I'm a giant fan of ancient history. Huge fan of, like, either unexplained things or things that they can explain, and you realize, like, how clever these people had to be. Like, I wanted to bring this up to you, Jamie, because I made a screenshot of this because it looks completely insane. This was some device, a lockbox that they built in Iran 800 years ago. And this thing is, like, so fucking complicated.
Like a lockbox being like what you'd put your keys in these days outside
like
your building?
but it's like, no, it's like a combination box that had like 800 different potential combinations. I know I saved it. God damn it. You got it? That's it, dog. Thank you. 800 years ago, someone built a lockbox with 4 billion possible combinations.
That's insane.
4 billion.
That's insane.
Somebody made that 800 years ago.
That's insane.
What?
That's insane.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is the devil's dick inside of that thing? What's in that thing?
Why was this not in the last Indiana Jones movie?
That's in
How
a horror
cool.
movie. That's a horror movie. You open it up and the devil comes out.
It's the fucking Hellraiser box.
Yeah.
You solve the puzzle
Right.
and
Yeah.
what's
It's exactly. Bro, that's a good one, right? Hellraiser.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially the original.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one that people don't bring up. That's really good.
Give it to me.
Dark City.
I love Dark City.
Dark City was
Yeah.
good, dude. That was a weird movie.
Creepy.
Creepy. Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the big, tall, creepy alien dude.
Yeah. And it looks like it almost aesthetically looks a little bit like Alien, like the suits they're all in. It's very HR. I wonder if it was H.R. Giger who did the designs, but it's very H.R. Giger who, he did Alien.
Yep.
Did he do the Predator? Did Giger do the Predator? I love Predator. You don't like Predator?
One.
Yeah,
The first one's okay.
The first was my favorite action movie ever.
There's so many Predator movies. It's like they became Fast and the Furious.
And the new
You
one
can't
just
keep up.
announced yesterday.
No,
Yeah.
there's a new Predator
It's
movie.
like a prequel.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
It's called Badlands.
Remember, they used to steal their head and their spinal column.
Yeah. I was laughing with Metzger about the new one because it's another one where they go to the Predator planet, and I go, Kurt, when you watch To Catch a Predator, you don't want to see him at home. You want to see this guy in the field.
You like Prey though, Joe, right?
Yeah, Prey was good.
Prey was good.
Same director.
Yes.
What is this?
This is the new one. This is like there's like some bot that helps the Predator train on the new planet. While
She's the robot she plays is one of the androids from Alien.
Yeah.
It's the same. So they're crossing the universes again. Yeah.
Oh, how weird.
and he's out here training, and she's helping him. You can watch the trailer yourself.
Yeah, they go to like a hunter's planet, and then she and the Predator align, and I don't know. It looks better than a lot of the other sequels.
Prey was good.
Prey was good.
Yeah, that was an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, because it was Predator 1 all over again.
Predator
except,
and the Comanches.
Yeah. Prey was great,
That would be so disappointing, though, if aliens came here just to hunt us. Like, really, guys? How about help? How about help us reach your level of technological achievement?
The first movie is you were
What?
shit. Oh wait, you said Hellraiser.
Yeah.
I was saying this earlier. That's why I love Event Horizon, because to me it's Hellraiser in space.
Right.
They open.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was thinking of this too. I love that Event Horizon describes hell as a dimension. It's not like, no, it's this biblical thing and it's beneath the ground and whatever. It's like, no, it's a dimension. It's a portal.
You know, a lot of people think that's what's going on with aliens.
Right.
They think that this was the biblical depictions of heaven and hell and angels and fairies and all these different things from the Bible. They think that what they're really talking about is just aliens.
I don't doubt that. And I think when we were talking earlier about hauntings and stuff like that, I always wonder if that's got to do with astrophysics. 'Cause you know how they'll say like there'll be dimensional rifts with different realities that slip. I always wonder, like, are ghosts just us getting a glimpse for a second at another dimension? And we think it's a ghost because it's a very faint glimpse, but it's really physics. There's a scientific explanation, theoretically, somewhere down the road.
Maybe with ghosts, a lot of times it's supposedly people die and they don't know they died, and they're haunting a place. Like, what if the experience of death sometimes has a hiccup? Like, you know, sometimes you get like a bad video artifact when you're watching a movie and it fucking jerks and gets weird and it comes back to normal again. Like, what if the code of life and death and reality itself is not perfect?
Right.
Every now and then there's a little glitch and something sneaks through.
Yeah.
And you get to see like, some fucking pale dude who is chased by an axe murderer runs down the hallway.
Yeah. Or it's like, and then when you talk about the simulation theory, if it is, sometimes you play a video game and there's a non-playable character and it's a glitch and they're all fucking like twitching in the corner. You know what I mean? You're like, that's not supposed to be there.
There's a doll that's haunted, right? That this guy was just transporting the doll and he just had a heart attack and died.
It's Annabelle.
Yeah, the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how many people have to die before you go, hey, maybe that? I mean, how many? Like, if you were a devil that. A demon that you took over a doll and you possess this doll and then you ruin people's lives. You don't ruin them every day.
No.
You wait. You give a little fucking reasonable suspicion, a little doubt.
Yeah.
We give people time to like, oh, come on, guys. There's no way it's the doll. There's no way it's the doll.
Dahmer didn't murder every day.
Scary dolls.
Spaces it out.
Chucky, when Chucky comes alive.
Chucky rules.
Chucky ruled.
Talk about a guy that stumbled into a pile of shit. Brad Dourif, the voice.
Yeah, right?
30 years ago, they're like, you want to do this doll voice? He's like, sure. 30 years later, he's like, I have 6 mansions from the doll.
That's hilarious. But those movies are scary as fuck, man. Like, there was an early Twilight Zone, right, where the doll took over. The puppet, the guy had a puppet, and the puppet started taking over.
Well, okay, there's 2. Twilight Zone is my favorite TV show of all time.
One of the greatest shows of ever. And by the way, how many different spectacular premises did they come up with?
It's incredible. The show is incredible. Rod Serling is the greatest, in my opinion, television writer ever.
Yeah, that's the one.
They did 2 with with puppets. I mean.
Oh yeah, look at the other one up in the left corner.
Yeah. And then they did 1. That's the better of the 2. This one here,
that one's
the
creepy
dummy.
as fuck.
Then
Caesar and Me.
That one, yeah. The dummy. That's where he turns into the dummy at the end. See the picture? It's so creepy. But then there's another one with a little girl where she gets a doll with Telly Savalas is her dad, and he's a dick, and the doll keeps telling Telly Savalas it's going to kill him. Yeah, there it is.
Whoa.
The living doll. That's what it's called.
He just figured out a way to make things so creepy.
I don't know.
Such a good. Remember the one episode, To Serve Man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the people realize at the end, oh my God, it's a cookbook.
Yeah. It's great. Did you ever see The Obsolete Man? Did you ever see that episode?
No. Which one's that?
Burgess Meredith.
Is that the one when his glasses break at the end of it?
No, that's a matter. I think that's called A Matter of Time.
The Obsolete Man.
The Obsolete Man. He's determined obsolete in a future dystopian society because he's a librarian, and books have been banned.
Whoa.
And when you get determined obsolete, you get to choose your method of execution.
Oh my God.
And that it be televised, and then it goes from there. And it is a fucking tour de force from Burgess Meredith, man. you ever see a game of pool? You're talking about the pool halls.
Jonathan Winters.
Yeah, and Jack Klugman.
Yes. Yeah.
He wants to be the best, and the curse is that he's the best and has to play everybody until the end of time, until somebody can beat him.
So he has to wait in this pool hall when people come in.
Yeah.
Someone has to beat him before he can get to leave.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good. I love
so
all
many
that.
great. How about the one when William Shatner is like the little fortune-telling machine?
Yeah, Nick of Time, it's called. Yeah. And they become they're like trapped by the machine.
They fucked up when they got rid of that ride. So like in the Guardian of the Galaxy ride is fucking awesome. It's really cool at Disneyland, but it used to be the Twilight Zone.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah, Tower of Terror was the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It was Rod Sterling.
That ride was awesome.
Yeah.
That ride was awesome.
It's still awesome. Guardians of the Galaxy, it is awesome.
But
but I know what it used to be. Like, why'd you do that? Why didn't you just make a new Guardian of the Galaxy ride?
But wait, is the Guardians isn't still the free fall ride?
Yeah, it
though.
is.
Oh, it is?
Tower of Terror. Yeah. It's Tower of Terror. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride now.
So what happens now when you go in? It's just
It's free fall. There's a bunch of shit going on. You watch some scenes, you get freaked out. Yeah, you watch Chris Pratt. Like, for real, that's what happens.
All right.
It's like they incorporated Guardians of the Galaxy into an already amazing ride. Like, they didn't have to do that. I kind of love the classic one, but I guess it's like a money-saving thing.
But also, too, the free fall makes sense with the Twilight Zone.
I know.
It doesn't make sense with Guardians of the Galaxy.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense.
The greatest thing they did at Disneyland, though, is the Star Wars stuff. The
I still
Star
haven't
Wars ride is fucking crazy.
I still haven't seen it.
It's so cool.
It's awesome?
so cool. Yeah, you're in like a vehicle and you're moving around on tracks and a bunch of shit is happening and choo 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 choo. Which, by the way, lasers somehow or another are more advanced than bullets. Yet you can see them coming. You can fucking duck out of the way of them. They're the dumbest weapon of all time.
Yeah.
Like, bullets are way faster than these stupid lasers. You can literally see them. Choo 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 choo. People like running away. You know what I mean? Darth Vader's like knocking them away with a sword.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you did that with bullets. You'd be like, shut up. How you seen those bullets?
Yeah.
Well, we just laser blasts are slow as fuck. They're not even the speed of light. They're dumb.
The movie would suck if
They
it was
dumbed them
bullets.
down.
It's more fun to see them.
But imagine they made light not the speed of light. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why'd you do that?
God damn, you might have just ruined Star Wars for me.
It's dumb. There's a lot of dumb shit in Star Wars, but it's like, it's fun.
They only closed the Tower of Terror at the California one. I think it's still opening in Florida, and maybe there's a version also in Paris.
Oh, so
maybe
Disney
in
World. That's
Tokyo.
right. I've went to but the Disney World one, no disrespect, not as good. I did that one. It's not quite as crazy.
I think I've only been on the Disney World one.
Disney World has the best ride in the world, though. The Avatar ride.
I never did it.
What's it called? Right? Flights of Passage? Flights of
It's
Passage.
cool.
It's a VR game. You get on a motorcycle and you put the fucking helmet on and it syncs you up to the dragon and you're flying on top of the
That's
dragon.
cool.
Dude.
That's cool.
Dude.
That's cool.
Dude. It's the shit.
That's cool.
It's the shit.
That's cool. I'll tell you the best ride I was ever on is the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios.
That's a great ride. That's a great
Dude,
ride.
when he jumps
Yeah.
onto your car,
Yeah.
when your car falls off the skyscraper and it gets caught by the web, that ride's fucking sick.
Yeah.
That ride is nuts.
Universal's got some banger rides.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever go to Halloween Horror Nights?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Scary
Fun.
as shit.
Yeah.
Those haunted houses are scary as shit.
They did one with Walking Dead. They had a Walking
Nice.
Dead house. It was
Nice.
fucking terrible. They had like real actors in there.
There's a new permanent one in Vegas opening. If it's not open already, it's opening very soon. Like, it's just open all year round.
They had the greatest
Hollywood Horror Nights.
They had the greatest fucking scare at Halloween Horror Nights that I've ever experienced in a haunted house. It was the Exorcist house, or whatever you want to call it. And you went through and you had to walk through Reagan's bedroom. And there's this fucking doll on the bed, and its like head is spinning around, and there's these animatronic priests hitting it with fucking holy. The scene was so fucking scary because you were so close to it, even though you knew it was robots. And everybody's screaming and shit. And then you keep going through the maze, and they circle you back. And everybody is like, I don't want to go through that fucking room again, but they're going to make us. And you go through the room again, and you're like, all right. And then all of a sudden, Reagan jumps off the bed because they replaced the robot with a real person. And you didn't know. And dude... Like, dude, it is the most scared I ever was in my life.
People have to see that movie in the context of what the time was like when it was released.
Yeah.
That's I remember when I was a kid, people were absolutely terrified of that movie. Like more so than any movie I think of all time. Because other movies were horror movies, but they didn't deal with something that people actually believe could be true, which is like demonic possession.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you were a fucking priest and, you know, they trained you how to do exorcists, like a bunch of fucking schizophrenics.
Yeah.
Off their meds, you know.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
And then one day, you go to do one and it's a real one. And he tells you about your mother.
Yeah.
So it's telling you things that happened to you when you were a little boy so it knows that you know. And
you're like, yeah. I mean, dude, that whole story arc that Father Karras I think is the younger one. Yeah, it's Karras. That he's having a crisis of faith.
Yeah.
He's already having a crisis of faith. Then on top of it, he's presented this case, and he's got to do all the skeptic.
Little girl saying your mother sucks cocks in hell.
And his mother dies. He has the guilt.
When I saw that movie, I was dying laughing the entire time. I saw it way too late in life, and couldn't have been funnier.
Thing is, I saw it when it came out, and I was a little kid.
Going
like
down the
Jesus
stairs.
Christ!
What year did that movie come out, Jamie?
25th. Yeah, it was in the 74.
Dude, yeah, it's like 73, right?
73. So I was 6.
Pissed herself. So funny.
No Exorcist movie has gone as graphic as that since.
Really? Well, how about when she stabbed herself in the pussy with a cross?
Yes, it's brutal, dude.
And making those crazy liquid, like slicing noises, like.
It's brutal, dude. And they show that she's bleeding from it. Like, it's fucking
brutal.
nuts.
And there was nothing like that before then. This is what you have to understand. Like, in the context of that time, there was no film that was that crazy.
And I'm telling you, there's no exorcism movie since that comes even kind of close.
But it did open up the door to that kind of genre, though, right?
But dude, the how fucking cool is it that in the climax in the third act of the movie, when Karras finally realizes like this fucking bitch is possessed, we got to do something, and they're like, we're gonna call in an exorcist, and then it's fucking Max von Sydow. And his whole backstory is like he encountered this demon once before, and he comes in like fucking Obi-Wan, all gray hair, like, and he's like the guy coming in like you don't know what the fuck you're up against right now. Like it's hero shit. It's awesome. It's so fucking awesome.
Like Willem Dafoe's character in Nosferatu. Similar.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you don't know what the fuck you just encountered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those kind of movies are fun, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is this the ride?
Yeah. This is like a dark hall. Okay, yeah. This. It looks terrible right now, but trust me, it was scary.
I'm not gonna show on the screen.
You have to be there.
Yeah.
It's one of those you got to be there moments. When someone tells you a funny joke someone said at a dinner table, and you're like, okay. You had to be there.
Yeah.
You had to be there.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to describe a haunted house is like trying to reiterate one of Metzger's rants.
It's like there's
so you got to
many...
be there.
Yeah. Metzger he goes so hard on Twitter. Thank God Elon Musk bought Twitter because Metzger would be in jail if he lived in the UK. If he posted on Facebook in the UK, they would have locked him up years ago. He can't travel internationally. They'll come
Jesus
get
Christ.
him.
He was going off about something on the right side of the green room the other night, and I was sitting on the left side with Derek Poston and Hassan, and I just turned to them, I go, if Kurt was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when they opened the Ark at the end, his face wouldn't melt.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, Jesus
he would have told
Christ.
you what's going to happen beforehand. Yeah. He tells me about random. What is this? Some alien?
Fucking alien thing.
You think this alien corpse pic from 2008 is real? I don't know. Look at them cakes, though. Bro, did you see when he tweeted to Netanyahu? I was like, Jesus Christ.
What'd he say?
Some horrific shit that I don't want to repeat.
Okay.
But he goes so hard. He's an animal.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He's so funny.
He's so funny. Dude, I've told this story many times about you and Kurt, and I laughed. It made me laugh so hard, dude. He was going off about something, dude, and you were just standing there quiet. And you walked over, and you just go, Kurt, I hesitate to even ask you the question because you knew you were going to rip the can. I laugh so hard. I go, Rogan talks to people for 4 hours a day, 3 times a week, and Kurt's the guy he's like, Kurt, I don't even want to get you started right now. Like you know how to talk to anybody for lengths of time. You know what I mean?
I just wanted a simple yes or no answer to something. Is this real? Oh, you don't know?
It was so funny,
and he's
dude.
a giant dude, so he's like looming over you with his crazy eyebrows.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You don't know?
Yeah,
you don't know?
Yeah. He'll hit you with anything. Yeah, you'll be like, I saw the new Fast and Furious. You'll be like, you know what's up with that, though, right? You know what the story. You're like, oh,
it's all about the Masons.
I talked to him and he was so sweaty coming off stage. I was like, I should have given him a minute. He's just dripping sweat, ranting at me. I'm like, take a minute, breathe.
No.
You're
When
fine.
you catch him off stage, you get him at a 9. He's ready to go. He's warmed up.
I've seen that man, I'm not exaggerating, roll and smoke a full joint to the head in the time it would take the average person to smoke half a cigarette. Like, roll it, 4 hits, down, gone, boom. Like, just
Yeah,
he's
it's
operating
consumption
on a
level.
different plane.
Yeah, he's in another world. He's an odd duck. He's another dude. Like, Ari's an original. Find yourself another Metzger. Like, literally impossible.
Yeah.
Super informed, super smart,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Knows and by the way, didn't used to be like this with all the conspiracies.
Yeah.
He always knew stuff about things. He'd always have weird conversations about stuff, like weird facts. But when he started working with Jimmy, so he started doing Jimmy Dore show.
Mm-hmm.
And so from then on, he got exposed to so many things. It like cracked him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, oh my God, like it's all fake.
Yeah.
Everything's bullshit. There's like multi-levels of fakeness built into things.
Yes. Jimmy's an interesting guy because Jimmy was staunchly left, liberal. I don't know. The terms, people say they all mean different things. But he's an interesting guy because he certainly, I guess, moved, what would you call it, libertarian now? Or
I just think he thinks that the left, as it existed when he was a part of it, disappeared.
Yes.
It moved to a far left position that is unrecognizable. And a lot of people have that same feeling, that they felt politically homeless.
Yes.
Eric Weinstein talked about that. I've talked about it. You feel politically homeless because there's things you support on one side that you don't support on the other side. Like, what did we do? What is this? Like, why is this a part of it? And you just get to the point where you're like, okay, I can't be on either one of your fucking teams because you guys are both at the far ends, completely insane.
Yeah.
Far ends of the left and the far ends of the right, completely insane.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. Once ethics, pardon me, once ethics became economized, I knew I was like, we got a real problem on our hands now. Like when people started, because I was living in LA at the time, and when you started seeing, like, you'd be in a job interview just to get a writing gig on a TV show, whatever it was, and you started to see how your social media played into it. You started to see how your takes played into it. Hey, I saw you had a little weird dust up with this guy on the internet. What was that all about? You know what I mean? Like, it's like ethics are being economized. Your morality is being monetized. And once people start to do that, that separation of church and livelihood is no longer there.
Yeah.
And the politics becomes the deity or the dogma, whatever you want to call it, and it's just, oh my God, man, it's not a good scene. And I never thought you'd see the day where the extremists are the loudest of the voices.
I know a person who works at a firm, and they have to put their pronouns in every email they send.
You have to?
They have to. It's company policy.
But what?
Company policy, he, him.
But what if you say that's... What if you say that's my business and I don't want to share that?
You can't.
You
have to put it in there because they want you to comply. It's literally Orwellian. It's not. It should be like super obvious. It was obvious for all of time. If your name was Deborah McGee and you had long hair and you wore a dress and you were obviously a woman,
right?
You were a she.
Yeah.
And the fact that is, you don't want to assume someone's gender now. You have to be careful. I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? What kind of a stupid fucking nothing question is that?
Well, also, too, to me, it's like if you said to me, Joe, if you bring up my pronouns, you are to refer to me as a cat man. I would go, okay, Joe, you're my buddy.
No, you're saying that like it's a joke. There was a woman in Oregon. There was a woman in Oregon who she identified as a turtle, and she was a part of the mental health board.
Yeah.
Did you know about this lady?
No, I've thought of
Became
two other
famous
similar
online.
things.
She was talking about her pronouns, and one of her pronouns was turtle. She was a turtle.
Yeah, I saw the news clip of there was an overweight Chinese middle-aged man who identified as a 12-year-old white girl.
Oh, nice. So you can shower with them. It was nothing creepy about that at all.
But my point is this, is like if I said, if you said that to me and I slipped and I said he, and you go, Joe, please, cat man. And I go, I'm sorry, buddy. It's so not meant to insult you. It's just like, oh, all right, dude, whatever you want, it's fine. But it's when it becomes this thing of like, it's like, it is the worst crime you could ever commit against a human being. And it's like, guys.
You're dehumanizing me by using my dead name.
Can we just take a... Can we just have a discussion? It's okay. Like, you know?
No, there will be no discussions. Compliance will be complete.
The
total compliance will be required if you want to get your social credit score.
Do you know what's interesting? I Googled Bruce Jenner the other day.
That's not interesting.
This part is.
It's not Bruce anymore. Does it say Caitlyn in Wikipedia? Caitlyn won the gold medal?
I Googled Bruce Jenner because I was watching, there's a rabbit hole. I was watching Dennis Miller. I was watching an old Dennis Miller thing. And he had a joke where he's like, when the fuck did Bruce Jenner become the lady from the Beverly Hillbillies? Because it was when Bruce Jenner, like, his face was starting to get pulled back and shit, and you didn't know what was going on. And it just made me laugh, and I looked up the lady, and then I was like, wait, yeah, what did he look like then? And I Googled Bruce Jenner, and I was like, I wonder if there will be results for Bruce Jenner, or if it's going to say...
You're dead, Nate.
No, yeah. Caitlyn. And it did come up and everything, but I was like...
Too popular, too famous as a man, right? Won the gold medal, was on top of the Wheaties box.
Right.
Too famous. Like, you can't erase that. Was on Keeping Up with the Kardashians as a male for who knows how many episodes.
But also, too, like, I have trans friends. It's like, I would never, out of respect to them, say, hey, I'm going to bring up your old shit. But to say we can't talk that Bruce Jenner existed, that's when it becomes nuts to me.
It's Orwellian. Yeah,
you know,
it is. It's all cult stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just people that it's another version of it. It's another undefined cult that is constantly moving the boundaries of what's acceptable.
We're living in...
It's exhausting.
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with everything. I'm exhausted. It's funny, when Trump got shot, I was at my buddy's house. We were in the pool hanging out, and he has a TV out there, and it came on, and we were like, holy shit. It was fucking wild, right?
Yeah.
And there were people in the pool that were Trump supporters. There were people in the pool that don't like Trump. There was all kinds of people there. So a discussion broke out. This was a massive event. It was very interesting. And I said to my friend, I go, that we're living in insanity right now. This is insanity, what we're living in. It's too much. I'm having a hard time swallowing it every day. And he said, yeah, but every generation says that. And is this any crazier than the 60s? Whatever. I go, let me tell you why it's crazier than the 60s. Because you can't even talk about Star Wars anymore without it devolving into an argument about a trans global conspiracy of some. You know what I mean? I'm like, we don't even have the escape conversations anymore.
Right.
Everything has an agenda. Everything is tribalistic.
Everything's a conspiracy.
Fucking cartoons. You can't talk about anything anymore. And it's like, I'm exhausted. I find myself rewatching news radio, sitcoms from the 90s, things that just remind me of
a simpler time. Jesus
Christ, man. So thank you for news radio.
Thanks, buddy. Tell everybody about your special. Let's bring this baby home.
Thank you, brother. It's called I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. It's on my YouTube.
I beg your pardon.
Never promised you a rose garden. It's on my YouTube, which is at Joe DeRosa Comedy. Please watch it. It's off to an amazing start. Thank you to everybody. I wrote it, I performed it, I directed it.
Where'd you perform?
This theater is the Colonial Theater in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, near where I have a house in Pennsylvania. It's where I'm from. And that theater is the theater the original Blob was shot at. When they run out of the theater, that's the theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Blob.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, dude.
This is the hardest I've ever worked on anything in my life. I'm the most proud of it of anything I've ever done. And it's thank you to the comedy community. Thank you to the mothership. Thank you to all the clubs. Everybody has been so supportive. It's been beautiful. Really appreciate you having me, dude.
My pleasure, brother. It's always good to talk to you.
Yeah, this was fun, man.
Good to just have a little sit-down one-on-one time.
Yeah, man, it's nice. It's nice.
All right, it was beautiful. It's available. Anything else? Tour dates, JoeDeRosa.com.
Tour dates, JoeDeRosa.com. I'll be in Rhode Island next in August. And
what are you doing in Rhode Island?
Comedy Connection.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah.
The old bank.
Yeah, 1st and 2nd. And then I got other dates throughout the fall. JoeDeRosa.com. And if you're in New York, go get a sandwich, Joey Rose's.
Beautiful.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Bye, everybody.